Salute. It's HadukenSharon's. We're back with another show. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is blessed. Hope everyone's staying healthy. I'm gonna talk about our Knicks. The last two games. Very, very interesting last two games. There's a lot to talk about. Couldn't be on a few days ago because I had my nephews and nieces over, so I had to take care of them. So I wasn't live, but we're gonna talk about the last two games. Break it down. I'm gonna have a few people come on. Shout out my guy Cully. What's good, Cully? Salute, Cully. Make sure to check he's gonna drop some music next. So make sure to check that out as well. Then we got L Jordan. Salute. Hope everything is well. Geraldine, salute. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Wait a sec. Sorry, I just gotta check something real quick. You wanna join? My bad. Someone asked me something. Yo, Davon Fisher, what's good, bro? Salute, that's my guy right there. Black Mamba, what's good? Your dog, tough game last night. Yo, we're gonna talk about it. It's funny. We're gonna talk about it. I had some nightmares, bro. Like actual nightmares. Like no joke. I had a nightmare, so I'm gonna talk about that too. But I appreciate everyone that's here right now. We got 6 people so far. Shout out to everyone here. You guys killed it in the. I didn't even start yet, and you guys got it to 7 likes. So shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn that notification bell on too. I'm gonna first, like I said, I wasn't live during the Bucks game. After the Bucks game, so I'm gonna go over the Bucks game first and the stat line for that game. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Got my guy Latrell in the chat. What's good, Latrell? I'll drop the link in the chat for anyone that wants to join. I'll put you guys in, but I'm gonna share the screen real quick. We're gonna go over this first game. Yeah, I appreciate you, Latrell. You already know it's my guy right there. Right here. You got a big head. Yo, chill. I do not have a big head, bro. I have 3 fingers. I don't have a 5 head, bro. I have a 3 head, bro. My forehead is actually not that big. Pause. So you tried it, but everyone send out like prayers and like tell Josh to feel better because he's going through it a little right now. So hopefully Josh is doing good right now. But I dropped the link. Let me know if you guys saw the link in the chat because it bugs it. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. I see someone join. So give me a second. Hide the comment real quick. I'm gonna introduce my guy, Latrell Spreewell. What's good? The American team. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I just want to say I didn't realize you were 18. You are the coolest 18-year-old, man. I appreciate
it. Yeah, no, I think I was 16 probably when I started going, I don't know, or 17. I don't even remember, to be honest.
I'll say this. I think you know more about the Knicks at 18 than I did. So you know your stuff. So
yeah,
you've learned wisely.
I started watching like vividly started watching like not just the Knicks but like every team like when probably a few years ago because I started watching like in 2014, but it was like I didn't know too much that was happening. Like I didn't understand how draft worked and stuff like that. I was still like because I was like 12, 13. I didn't understand stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And that was just confusing. But yeah, no, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you.
How do you feel? How do you feel before the big night, big game?
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but
okay.
It like there's just no way we should lose that game. But let me shout out a few people in the chat.
Sure.
Black Mamba, my guy, he's a Magic fan, but he supports like he found me from Twitter and he supports everyone's show. So shout out to him. He said, "Dude, I haven't heard about bro in a minute. I came back from the church. He's number 7 trending on Twitter in the world." He's talking about Ricky Rubio. He went to Ricky Williams on us. Not your forehead, your entire head, but thanks. This sucks. I'm just here for the Julius Randle. There's not gonna be too much Julius Randle slander, except for certain areas, which I feel like everyone could agree on. I know Spree is gonna agree on that too. Yo, Drip Moore, salute Drip Moore and Julian Blum. I see you guys. All right, so I don't know your thoughts about the Bucks game. I didn't do a live, so I'm kind of gonna go over the stat line, and you tell me anything you see interesting. The Knicks win 113-98. We were down 21 at one point, and then we actually came back. We fought hard. We came back. They were missing Middleton. Drew Holiday came off the bench, and they missed DiVincenzo and Brook Lopez. So they missed three of their starters. So it's still a tough game. But RJ Barrett, 40 minutes, 8 for 21. He didn't have the best shooting night. It was a decent shooting night. This is coming off of good games in a row. So I mean, I wasn't too mad at it. 2-7 from the three, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 20 points. Julius Randle had himself a bounce back game. 11 for 22, 3 of 9 from the 3, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 32 points. I think actually no, it's the second highest this season so far because versus the Celtics he had 38. Mitchell Robinson had a pretty quiet game. He had 4, 6, 1, and 2 steals. Evan Fournier, another bad game. I know Spree is gonna go off on him a little later. But Evan Fournier, 2 for 7, 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. 7 points, 2 rebounds, nothing else. Kemba, another bad game again. 2 for 8. The defense was horrible. Derrick Rose, 10 for 18. Played 30 minutes. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and 23 points. He was big for us that night, 100%. He actually helped with the momentum during the whole time. It was crazy good for the momentum. Him, Randall, RJ, they were just all on it that game. Nerlens, I think this was Nerlens' debut game. I think it was this or the one before that.
No, it was the one.
Who do we play before them?
No, I
Pacers.
Pacers was so he's played 3 games.
Okay, yeah, okay, but he had 13 rebounds, 13, which is big. He had 5 offensive rebounds. The offensive rebounds have been kind of big the last few games because we're kind of on the bottom tier of the league. He had 3 steals, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls. OB didn't really have a good game. He made his free throws. Alec Burks, trash game. I mean, yeah. Emmanuel Quickly finally had a good scoring game, and he actually played pretty good defense. We're going to talk about his defense a little later because it's been really good. The other guys don't matter. They played 1 minute. Pat Connaughton, 5 points. He didn't do crazy. Giannis didn't have the best game, which is kind of crazy to say because he had 25, 7, and 4. But he didn't really in the second half, he didn't really look incorporated into the offense. And the whole team, I think that after we came close into that lead, they just didn't know what to do. It looked like they had no.
Who did you say didn't get incorporated? I'm sorry.
Giannis in the second half.
Giannis, okay.
I want to ask you. So after we came back down 21, we were within 4. Didn't it look like the Bucks legit just had no fight? It looked like they kind of gave up at one point.
Yeah, I mean I think that was mostly because of us. I think they saw how hard we were playing, and I felt like we played at a playoff intensity level, and that's how you have to really play on the road, first of all. And yeah, the Bucks, we stole their will. That was a will type of character game. I'm sad that we can't do it ever consistently though. But yeah.
What's good, Alton Lee? I see you. Salute, Big Shiesty. I see you too. You ain't gonna talk about how Rubio and Grayson Allen made our so-called best defender look bad. Come on, bro. 2 games in a row. Okay, yeah. He's just throwing shots, but I'm gonna talk about that in a little. Next up, the Nasus didn't really have. I mean, he had an okay game. He barely played. Grayson Allen torched us 22, 5, and 2. George Hill 2 for 2. Not too much. Bobby Portis got his 8 rebounds and he has 6 points. He does what he does, whatever. Drew Holiday just came back from injury, so he didn't have the best of games, but he still had a decent game. He was just turning the ball over a lot. And then Jordan Nwora, he was getting me mad because every single time we kept getting back into the lead, he made 3 shots in a row. And it was just contested and uncontested. And then, I mean, that's basically it. Is there anything you want to say about that game?
The Cavs game?
No, the Bucks game.
The Bucks game. No, I mean, I thought the fourth quarter was the best defense we played. Really, the second half, I thought that was the best defense I've seen IQ play ever, maybe in his whole career as a Knick. I thought Julius, watching the game over, I watched it twice. I thought his energy on defense, offensive rebounds, that's the type of energy that just it's non-negotiable. We see it some games, we don't see it. And I know I'm singling out him to be, and it wasn't just him to the Cavs game, which I know we'll get to, but I just don't, you can't just turn it on and off. And that's what upsets me. That's why I'm like, as great as the Bucks game was, I'm not happy. So
yeah, like just like you said, like we were down 21, but they didn't have 3 of their starters, and Drew Holiday came off the bench, which is a thing that's worrying to me because we're about to play them again. We're gonna play them again after this game, and that's tough. And I think Middleton is gonna be back. Drew Holiday is already gonna be initiated to that starting line. They just lost to the Wizards again after we beat them, and
the Wizards are actually
got
not
lots of
bad.
injuries.
The Wizards aren't bad. We got to stop. I mean, like, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are like sleeping on the Wizards. They actually have a good team this year.
Yeah, I said they have a good team. Like their team is talented, and if they figure it out, they're figuring it out right now, 100%. Montrez is going off. Everyone is going off. Like all those role players that the Lakers traded for Westbrook are all showing up. They're playing really well. Next, okay, so this is the team comparison. This is the important factor right here. Okay, so obviously we won by 15. Like CT said, 15 wins tonight. That was a good win. Before I continue, everyone knows the name Guillermo from Legion of Knicks. I'm gonna salute my guy. What's good, Guillermo?
Is he in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good,
That's
Guillermo?
what's up. I mean, I saw him tweeting about that same play. I was like literally talking to Freezy today about that was the play that I hated the most from the game, and
yeah,
he tweeted that was fantastic. So I just want to say that.
Yeah, no, I saw you at him. I watched the clip too. That clip was horrible. It was horrendous, to be honest. Salute to CT, by the way. Make sure to check out his show. I actually didn't even know he was doing a show. I saw it on my recommended like 2 days ago, and then I tuned in, subscribed, and so make sure to check his out too if you haven't already. So just Guillermo, we're going over the Bucks game because I didn't go live during the Bucks game, but looking at the team comparison, we outboarded them by 22 boards, which is like that's really good because our rebounds have been kind of low compared to last year. The assists 16 to 19, that's just bad. I personally think our team can average like 25, 26, and we're just doing a horrible job playmaking wise. It could definitely be a lot better. Blocks basically the same, turnovers basically the same. The field goal was also, I mean, we had a 3% increase, nothing crazy, and then our 3-pointers just horrible this game. We started off last game, not this one, shooting crazy good, and then this game we just can't hit anything. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but we live and die by the 3, and that's starting to become a trend and starting to become a big problem for the team. And free throw percentage, we won. Points in the paint, we outscored them by 26 points, which is great. Because in all these categories so far during the season, especially second chance points and fast break points, we've been leading the league, giving up. And that's just like it just shows how bad our defense has really been so far in the first 10 games. Second chance points, we outscored them by 15, and then we outscored them in fast break by 3 points. That's basically the Bucks game. The Bucks game, we came out with poor energy, and we've been coming out with poor energy versus the Pacers, versus the Raptors. We went down by 10 in all 3 of those teams in the first quarter, like instantly. Like there was no offense, no ball movement. Like we just haven't looked good in the beginning of games, and I don't know. Like we need to change that 100%. Like what do you think we could do to realistically change that?
Legion.
To change the slow starts.
Yeah.
Well, I would say offensively, again, try to run sets where there's a lot more movement, not just passing the ball, but getting screens for certain players. We do try to we do try to pistol set sometimes. I would love to do that. Just run that with RJ and Mitch, get some type of competent offense going. Have Fournier on the other side to kick it out to him if the sorry for that noise in the background.
Yeah, your Discord is like going crazy.
Sorry about that. What the? I have it on both of these. But try to ignore that for now as I try to find a damn browser that has it. But yeah, I would say try to get into something that's relatively easy and straightforward. And you have about 3 options, right? RJ for the floater, Mitch for the alley-oop, Fournier for the shot from the other wing. And then on defense, I mean, you have to. It should be a lot more. It should be a lot better communication. Guys should be screaming at each other, and you don't hear that as much, I guess, in the season. Obviously, I've had my audio down when I'm watching the games, but how many times you look up and it seems like there's confusion, not just in the beginning of games, but in the middle of games. But I just feel like some of these guys are getting out to 11-point leads, 8-point, 10-point leads here and there to start the game off, and it's typically somebody's man is open for whatever reason. So better communication and simplify the sets to start the game, and don't make the offensive set a Randle-based. Dump it to Randle, and he just goes ISO set. That should not be the plan, to start out these games. Yeah.
Our record is 6-4, Black Mamba. Do you want to say anything about it, Spree?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of that. I think, and I know we'll get into Fournier too. Like, we got to have better movement, better setting of screens to free guys up. Because I think some of the problems that Fournier's having, some of it's on him, but some of it is just the offense, like not getting him a lot. Some of these guys on our team are flow guys. They need to get into a flow, because it's not that, yes, Fournier can create for himself, but ideally I don't really want him going one-on-one. I kind of want him coming off screens, coming off of catch and shoots. We need more flow for a lot of our guys early in the game. I feel like that would not only help the slow starts, but it would just help us general to get through the game and some of the issues we have on offense. But I agree with a lot of what Legion just said. So,
okay, yeah, no, I don't specifically kind of with Josh. I don't think it's that our offense is it's horrible, because we're top in the league in offense right now. One of the top 5 right now. It's after the last 2 games we've been kind of doing bad, but we're top in the league and we just haven't been hitting shots at all. And that's like what I said before. Like, we live and die by the 3. And it's starting to become a common trend. And we just continuing on to the Cavs game. Like, the Cavs aren't a trash team, but we're beating teams like the Bulls. We beat Philly with all their players that are out tonight. Besides Simmons and Shake Milton, but I mean they haven't been here, and Shake Milton just came back. But we were up against them by 30 at one point, and we beat the Bulls. We beat the Celtics in a close win, which we should have been beating them without OT. We beat a good amount of good teams to be losing to worse ones the way we do. We just don't execute properly, and it's just horrible to see. They just don't execute games like that correctly. They start off against the Cavs. They didn't start off too bad, but guys were just not having it, and it was our important guys. The defense has been horrible the whole time. And since I guess Josh wanted to say, he said our so-called two-way player, which he's obviously saying RJ, was, I think, someone's mic went going crazy, a little loud. All right, but he said that that RJ was getting killed by Grayson Allen. I mean, he did get a few, he did score on him a decent amount, but it's the help too. So I can't really.
So when you talk about the Bucks game with Grayson Allen, because RJ has to because he has to creep in and help, and that was mostly done because Kemba Walker's bad defense, right? The dribble penetrator basically plays a 4-on-5. And now your help has to now commit, and then RJ Barrett is stuck, right? That's why I didn't want to kill Mitch. I didn't want to kill. Why am I drawing a blank now? There are a few other guys who got caught out on the help, and it's because your dribble drive penetrator, they're getting a free way to the basket because Kemba was so god awful I defended that. So I'm not making RJ Barrett has not been playing great defense these past few games, but when you talk about the closeouts, given what we've had in Kemba Walker outside of yesterday, it's not really RJ Barrett's fault.
Yeah, I mean, he also said the Ricky Rubio thing. The Ricky Rubio thing, he was scoring on RJ. He was scoring on Randle. I don't care about it. Like, nobody was stopping Rubio yesterday.
But
it was like he just had it. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Sorry about that.
No, I'm done. You could go.
The thing about it, though, and I put this on Twitter, I don't understand why Tom Thibodeau doesn't ice the screen, right? When you knew after his fourth three-pointer, right? Because he had his first one, I think, was in a corner, and in the first half, he had a few that were on the right side. I don't understand why, when he was fiending to get to the left side, the Knicks didn't ice the screen and force him right. Like, just jump in front of the screen, force him right. I don't know.
Yeah, he shot most of his threes on the left wing every single time.
He was like legit.
It was this. It felt like the same exact spot too. Not
yes,
like a little hole.
It was. It's literally he was. They were sending him single screens, double screens. Now the double screen is kind of hard, right? And they put Nose of Water kind of hedge the screen, and there's some confusion between him and I think it was IQ on one, and then Grimes tried to block one, but he jumped and what's his name caught him. But I just don't understand why Tom Thibodeau, who specialized in icing the screen with the Chicago Bulls, does not run icing the screen against these teams nowadays. It just doesn't make. I don't know. I don't like you. If you ice the screen, you're literally typically forcing that player. Now, if they want to sidestep and shoot a three from the other wing or from the other side, that's fine. But what you're trying to do is force these guys into these ugly, long, mid-range shots, given how the defense will be set up because you have the big men helping and you have the guard or whoever who's doing a screen. And it works typically, especially if you have centers who can't pick and pop. You know what I mean? And you could block that roll to the basket. It works really well. But to me, I really don't. I would love to be in whatever war rooms they have where they're going over game plans with the coaches, because I would love to just ask him, why don't you do that, especially when you have Kemba out there.
Yeah. Salute to my guy Davon Fisher. What's good, Davon? How you doing?
Davon, salute, bro.
Might be muted. Oh no, he's unmuted. I don't know if you're talking, but your mic might not be working. But let me read what guys are saying in the chat. Dane, do you have to soften every single blow for RJ? I don't know if you're talking about the last one. I mean, we didn't talk about him in the Cavs game, but I mean, his defense hasn't been like good the last two games. I'll say that because it hasn't been. We have 4 to 5 options offensively, so naturally dudes will go hot and cold. And when RJ isn't having it and Evan isn't having it, and then Burks isn't really doing anything, there's like I don't really know how you're gonna get a win right there. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. These losses have sucked. Go ahead.
Your weapons too, for the most part, like they're very scheme, or not very, but they're kind of scheme dependent. Like Fournier doesn't really create. Like yesterday, he was killing because he was operating off the pick and roll, and he's throwing those little floaters and like that was working for him in the first half. Kemba Walker needs a screen because he can't get past anybody. He can't even freaking make a layup in semi-traffic. RJ Barrett, again, he's still developing it, but he's had some bad shooting nights here and there. Obviously, the Magic game and last night was putrid.
Yeah, those are his worst. Those are his 2 worst games so far.
So yeah, it's not, and we don't. And our offense too. Like we sometimes run the wrong offense for our plays. Like we don't run plays to get guys clean looks consistently and in different ways. We're very stuck into the same 2-3 sets that we run each and every game. So when we go cold, it's going to be really bad. Versus maybe some guy picks it up here, some guy picks it up here because they get a certain look. So. Yeah, the whole weapons thing. I don't know. I wouldn't call some of these guys weapons like that. I know I'm being a little facetious. I'm being a little too much, but I don't know. Fournier and Kemba kind of bugging me out.
Yeah. Kevin J. salute, but I don't know if Kemba's out tonight. I don't think he's gonna be out because he was out for rest yesterday. What's good, Fish? We could hear you now.
What's up? What's good?
How you doing?
Huh?
We said, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. What's up, G-Mo?
That was a joke before.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Devon? How you doing, bro?
Man, chilling. Just blessing my first time on the Hadukens,
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
Stream,
100%.
so I have to come through, show some love. Speak some facts. To this Knicks nation. We gotta. I don't know. Which I don't know.
You could talk about anything you want, to be honest. Like, I mean, we're gonna go to the next game either way now, so you could talk about the Bucks game or this game.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
The Bucks game, I only seen the third and the fourth quarter, so I didn't get to see the whole thing unfold, so I don't have too much to speak about that. But that Cavs game, you gonna run the stats or anything like that first, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna run the stats. So,
go ahead.
we'll just go to that game. But let me just say, Eric Surreal, what's good, Eric? My guy right there. CT said, yeah, Rubio had a once in a lifetime game, 100%. Yeah, we gave 4 people their career high game. Like,
It's
2
the
people
Guardian.
got their career highs last night, bro, and that's just horrible. It's horrible. Kevin is a part of this team. We should use him. Oh, they're talking about Kevin Knox. Black Mama say y'all might hate me, but Kevin Knox minutes sound beautiful right now. I mean, I really don't even care who's gonna be on the court, whether it's him, Grimes, or McBride, like whoever it is. I mean, you gotta change something. If this continues to happen, especially. They were line drive threes. Yeah, I think we need to give it 5 games though, 5 more games, because I said like by game 15, that's when you could actually do changes. Like right now, I think we're fine. I think we just need chemistry to get better.
I mean, I think our biggest problem is like on the court and on everybody's stream and all that is that we went from 2 defensive minded backcourt players to 2 offensive only backcourt players. Like there's no medium. Like so
it's a complete shift.
Yeah, like it's a complete shift. So now we're trying to outscore teams instead of trying to grind it out. So when you try to outscore teams, you're gonna have bad losses every now and then because nobody's gonna make any shots.
Yeah, it's just such a tough thing. It's kind of like what Josh he said. Where's the net positive? Kemba and Evan not hitting shots. Yeah, they can spread the floor, but we are missing Bullock and Elf a little bit.
See, and that's why it's like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Because if we had Bullock and Elf, we would be missing Kemba and Evan. We wouldn't be scoring all these points. And some of these games we might have lost because we might have not been able to outscore these teams. It goes both ways. We don't got anybody in the we didn't get any players that are 2-way players or even just decent on both ends. Like we got to whole different backcourt on a different end of the spectrum than we had last year, and it shows on the court.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, like the Bullock and Elf. I mean, not more of the Elf thing, but the Bullock one, because I made this clear like in the off season that I'd rather have Bullock off the bench than Burks. And I just feel like that would have been a lot easier, especially because if you ever do need that defense, that extra defense in the end of games, or if Evan isn't having it or whatever, so be like you could just bring him in and you could do what you did last year. Because Bullock, like him and RJ, like shooting our small forward, it doesn't matter who plays who. It really doesn't matter.
Right.
Either way, like it is what it is. The position like label doesn't matter, but the thing that Bullock does help with, and Elf did help with last year, but if you had Bullock here too alongside RJ, I saw Coach Colorblock send me and Guillermo in a group chat like a video of a lineup that had RJ, Burks, Evan, and I think it had Noel and someone else, but RJ was legit the only one that was changing to different. He was literally chasing every single player, and Burks was just standing here. He looked lost. Evan wasn't really getting to his guy either. It just looked like a complete mess. And when you got someone like Bullock there, Bullock and RJ are great help defenders. So if we have Bullock there instead of Evan in the lineup, like in certain moments when we need the defense, you can hide Randle's like lack of defense. Sometimes you can't hide Kemba's or D Rose's lack of defense because the way they help is very important. And they're like the best guys that actually help for the team. And we just don't have that right now. We really don't. Yo, Quiet Money was good. The players are a reflection of our coach. You could say that. That's why I would have brought back Bullock instead of Burks. Yeah, I've been saying that for so long. I never liked Burks on the team. To be honest, I always wanted Bullock back.
Tom Thibodeau wanted to bring back Bullock allegedly, and also, I mean, I was
I
listening
heard.
to the Game Theory podcast, and even like Sam Vecini was like, when they re-signed Burks instead of Bullock, he's like, I'm a little confused because you would probably want to stick to that defensive identity on your team. Even if Bullock is a backup, I'd rather Bullock who hit the threes versus Burks, who could dribble drive a little bit and hit shots, but he's a nothing on defense for the most part. He's not like when you guys said we traded offense for defense. Here's the thing, though. Kemba and Fournier will probably not be as good
offensively as they are defensively,
as we were defensively for those positions. If that makes sense. Like Payne was actually like, I mean, I think he's a little over on defense because he got destroyed by some players.
Yeah, no, he got. That's why I mainly stay to the Bullock one.
So maybe it's equal. So it's like me comparing like Kemba's offense, which is very like screen dependent, and he's not really getting to the cup. Is kind of like Payton's defense, which is a little overrated, but okay. You know what? I'll take it. It's probably about even. Even though I think Bullock's defense and his 3-point shooting is better than Evan Fournier's overall package.
Someone got the like PC sound, by the way.
That's me.
That's good. But yeah, no. Oh, why he leave? I'll post the link again if you don't have it, by the way, in the chat. Fish. But nah, yo, I agree. That's why I feel like the perfect medium to that is just Bullock, like over Burks. Like L. Jordan saying, yeah, Burks got to be packaged. Josh said, and Bullock doesn't need the ball as much in the second unit. Burks needs the ball in his hand to be effective. That's why I feel like, I mean, that would have probably been the perfect spot for him. Burks was brought back because he was the better offensive player, which made no sense because we brought in 2 offensive guys. I didn't understand it either. I was almost 100% certain that Tibbs was gonna because I thought Tibbs was gonna make this sign just for Bullock because I knew that was his guy. I thought that was the main reason that he was gonna be brought back. I really do.
Can I ask you guys this? Don't you think that it's not really Tom Thibodeau making the decisions and it's more so the front office?
No. How do we know that?
Because he didn't want Bullock. I'm sorry, he wanted to bring back Bullock.
How do we know that?
Various writers have reported
a lot of writers said he wanted Bullock back. I mean, it was clear too that he liked Bullock a lot.
They drafted Obi Toppin, who was not a Tom Thibodeau guy, not even in the least. And I'm not issuing on Obi Toppin, right? They make the second round pick. Now maybe they agreed on Grimes, but then the second round guy like McBride is a Thibodeau guy, right?
Wait, hold on. So you're saying multiple Knicks writers wrote that Thibodeau wanted Bullock back? Which writers?
I'll get it right now on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know exactly either, but there was a certain amount that I saw too on Twitter going around during the time.
I mean, that's not good. If management and the coach aren't on the same page, I'm not happy about that. I mean, regardless of what you think of Bullock, whether you wanted him or not, I don't like that. To me, we have to all be on the same page on what's done. So.
I mean,
I get you're going to have differing opinions on players. That's normal. But if that's being leaked out, first of all, I'm surprised that was leaked out. I wonder who would leak that out, if it's true or not.
According to sorry, this thing is actually taking dumb long to load. What is this? This is Mark Berman. Yeah, I can't post it. Well, actually, I can post it. I guess I'm a mod.
Yeah, you could post it. Yeah, post it in the chat so we can see. Shot Legacy, salute, bro. Ball is good, bro. Oh yeah, post it in the chat so we can see it.
All right, cool.
We should run a quasi zone and hide Kemba in the corner like Golden State does with Curry. I feel like we talked about that a little on Guillermo's show, and
he's not gonna win.
It's like you can't do that because it's like you could put the ball in RJ's hand. And you could let him play make or like whoever else and then find Kemba in the corner. But at that point, you might as well have someone else on the court besides Kemba. Because unlike Curry, Kemba doesn't really play make. He doesn't really know how to find guys. He's not really the best off-ball guy, off-ball mover. That's why you can't really do the same thing. Like the idea would be better if he was a playmaker. I would agree in that sense.
Wait, Legion. So that was Mark Berman?
Mark Berman, also what's his team? This SB Nation, Joe Flynn from SB Nation talked about it. The guys at Posting and Toasting. Posting and Toasting is the SB Nation.
I mean, I'll just say this: they all might have gotten that from Berman's story, those other sources. I'm not trying to say anything negative. I mean, Mark Berman's definitely got some stuff right, but we don't know 100% that.
No, we don't know 100%.
We don't know, but I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, exactly. If you're looking at this team, right? If you're looking at this team, though, Tom Thibodeau, he got like Bullock
exactly
is a Tom Thibodeau type of player. Whether you like that's his type of guy, a kind of interchangeable wing guard. What do you want to call him? Who can defend? Who can defend? At least play multiple positions. Obviously, on offense, he plays mostly off the ball. But then you have him. But then you have a front office trying to make a splash, and they draft Obi Toppin. Who, if you look at Tom Thibodeau's record now, his drafting record in Minnesota is iffy. It's not great. But it doesn't look like anybody he would draft.
Did you want Reggie Bullock to come back?
What's good, Cody?
Burks? I would have preferred Reggie Bullock over Burks.
It's good, bro.
Yeah, but I said this. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna, they signed for the same thing, $30 million for 3 years, right? And I think Bullock has an option. I'm not sure what Burks. No, Burks has an option. I'm not sure what Bullock has, right? Like
Bullock, I think has. I don't know if he has
the same player.
Wait, they had the same contract. You're saying Bullock got the same money from them?
Yeah, they got the same exact money for the same exact years.
Yeah, 30 for 3. I'm not sure.
I think actually Bullock got like 0.5 million more, but that's it.
I mean, I think they're both kind of worth it for the money for what they do. I mean, I get it. Like, we're regretting not having wing guys. I still think Grimes can do some of what Bullock can do.
Okay, so the thing, you can't expect a rookie to be able to do what a vet does on defense. And I know some people thought that he did good against Ricky Rubio, but he did not. Like, he didn't. Like, I wasn't expecting him to play good defense. Like, I'm happy that he hit that 1-3 and then another 3 like when we were already like done. Like, that's good to see, but still I don't.
So here's my take on the Reggie Bullock thing, just really quick. My opinion, I'm not going to stand by. Burks was my guy. Did I think Burks would be as good as he was last year? Probably not. Do I still think Burks has value? Yes. I think he can make threes, and I think he can handle, and he can be a Swiss Army knife. He's been awful. There's no doubt. I'll just say this about my position on Bullock really quickly. Reggie Bullock in the playoffs, I think he's good in the regular season because he's versatile. Over the course of a season, if you're saying would you rather have Bullock over Burks, I can't refute that because he has value. He brings value to a team. He makes threes and he can guard. He's the traditional 3-and-D. However, in the playoffs, he can get exposed like we saw. Like, he can't put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, I do not miss Bullock.
Yeah, but that's not his game. Like, you're not, if you brought him back, you're not asking.
Especially off the bench. That's why you bring him off.
Yeah, you have other weapons to actually.
Oh, you wanted him to come off the bench. You didn't want him to start.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the main point of this. We're saying we wanted him over Burks. Like, that's why I said.
So you wanted Fournier too. You just wanted Bullock.
I personally didn't want Fournier in general, but I'm fine. Whatever. It is what it is now.
Okay.
But in general, like I've been saying, I thought Bullock was going to be that clear guy over Burks off the bench because he was a starter he was a bench player that's starting, and he would serve a better purpose off that bench than Burks because
I think that's fair. Fair. I mean, I think an argument can be made, especially now looking at some of our issues. I think that's a fair assessment. However, I still think Reggie Bullock in limited doses because I don't think in the playoffs he would be a consistent guy you want on the floor.
But that's the thing. You only have him on if you really need that defense, and he'll hit a shot if anything. But I'm saying like you play him over Evan if anything.
And you
like if the defensive lapse is that bad, you play him, or you can play Evan at the point, him at the 2, and then RJ at the 3. If Kemba or D Rose is not having it, you could run something like that.
Yeah, earlier, what Greenhouse was talking about is when they were talking about, I think Alton Lee said something about
the quasi zone.
Yeah, the quasi zone he was talking about on the defensive end. I don't know. I just don't think Kemba he's a little slight guy. Like, even if he's playing defense, he still gets scored on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't think Kemba is like a terrible defender. He's just small, like to keep it one, and he's not like
go back to the Milwaukee game. Sorry,
go
to the Milwaukee game, right? There was a play where they set the screen right on him, right, and he recovered on Brogdon, and Brogdon drove right through him. It was one of the most embarrassing plays. It was like he provided no resistance. Oh man, sheesh.
Right?
I agree with
you. Steals, like Curry is good off the ball. He can get steals off the ball.
But I think he's like the best off-ball mover in the league, easily. He's easily the best off-ball mover. Curry, he's the best. He sets picks for himself, and then he just moves all the time. Like that, it's just crazy. That's just an elite level. Another reason why he's elite. It's just insane.
But you also know why too, though. They have elite players on their team, like in terms of not necessarily. But I'm just talking about overall IQ
and system players. They just fit so well.
Yeah,
right. And you brought over guys like I think that they added way too many new parts for Tom. Well, not to say way too many, but you brought in the guy in Kemba, and it's like Kemba should be playing off the ball primarily.
The problem
is he was doing that with the Boston Celtics last year. He wasn't playing on the ball like that, like he was with when he was with the Hornets. He was playing a lot off the ball, especially in crunch time situations. And I think that Tom Thibodeau's trying to juggle, like, yo, I really don't know how to really use this guy. And I think
why doesn't RJ handle it more in Kemba?
Bro, we say
you gotta ask Tibbs that because I've been hoping for that for
because that could actually solve a lot of issues. Because I do think RJ's developed a better handle where I think he could. I'm not saying he can do it all the time, but I think that could solve potentially the starting lineup issues early in the game.
You could have. Well, I wanted it like I do want RJ to have the ball a lot more in his hands. I think it was RJ Butler. I called him that, but I really want IQ to start. This sounds crazy. Yeah. I don't think I kill me for this.
It's not crazy at all. It's not crazy.
IQ is a combo guard who he's going to facilitate a little bit. He's going to make the right plays. Now I'm just saying he's definitely developed from the summer, right? And you're ready going to put the ball in Randle's hands a lot in the first half or that first quarter rotation, whatever, right? If I can have a guy who actually split the defense, can actually get around his man sometimes, use the screen and get to the damn basket off the screen like IQ can versus Kemba who can't, why not just have IQ and then have Kemba run with the second unit with Rose, stick him in a corner to hit the corner shots,
you know that
things off the ball to hit the shots, but he doesn't have to have the ball in his hands. You can play with pace. So you have a guy like Derrick Rose who's going to draw the defenses in when he drives to the basket, and he literally kicks it out to a Kemba Walker. He hit the shot. Or drive to the basket, throw the little floater, or shoot a little mid-range shot off those plays. And he's doing it against teams' second units typically when he first comes in. Against weaker players who he can probably exploit a little bit better versus the Brogdons of the world where he's not going anywhere against a Brogdon type. I don't understand.
I think one of the biggest problems to me is Fournier and Burks are the same player.
Exactly. Yeah. Except one can actually score more. They don't have anything different in my opinion.
Yeah, they're the same player, so like they don't provide anything different on the court. Like at least
I think the only thing that I see though is that Fournier can come off screens a little more smoother, which I don't think we're taking advantage of enough, to be honest with you. But I think coming off screens, Burks is not a great coming off screen guy.
Yeah, he is.
And he's
not bad.
He's not bad, but
he likes he's kind of low IQ because he'll take an extra and then he'll shoot the contest. He'll do a spin move to shoot the contested shot versus just shoot the damn shot.
That's what I'm saying. Burks is goofier off the screen. So he'll take that extra dribble.
Burks will go around the screen and then reset.
Bullets, my bad.
He's a little bit goofier than Fournier because Fournier will come off the screen and just smooth catch it and let it rock. Burks will take that unnecessary dribble. Yeah.
Burks will come around a screen and then just reset the ball.
To the basket.
And I love Burks. Look, I said he was MJ last year. He's very goofy on the court. He does some goofy things.
He resets a lot.
Yeah, he really is.
That's such a perfect word for him. He's not a bad player. He just does.
No, I love Burks, but he's goofy. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he does goofy.
Yeah,
he reminds me of me on the court. That's the sick part.
Come on.
Yeah, Burks gets me mad with his over dribbling. Andrew K says too many limited dudes could be a lethal dose. Yeah, this is not.
Notice how every time Burks has a dunk or a layup, he will miss.
Oh yeah.
Or it's always an experiment.
Bro,
he floats in the air and bobbles it. That's just.
I saw Bullock dunk I think it was last game. I saw Bullock dunk, and I think I saw him dunk one total, and that was in the end of the year last year. It's crazy.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
And the
I think
putback?
Burks may get traded.
The Bullets' fast breaks were terrible.
Yeah, they were terrible.
He's a small forward that can't dunk, yo.
Kawhi Money.
I think
Kawhi
Burks
Money.
may get traded. By the way, Hadouken.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he does if he keeps playing this bad. To be honest, to another contender.
You said Burks?
Yeah.
What up, Kawhi Money?
Kawhi Money was talking about RJ having an off game. He said that RJ had a really bad game. Like this is unusual, but if we did have him, he could stop Rubio. But RJ was on Rubio initially, and Rubio made a few threes on him. He couldn't stop him. Nobody could stop him. I'm glad they sat RJ the rest of the game because he had his worst game of the season. He just couldn't hit anything, and it was just looking bad.
One of those lefty drives, he got absolutely hammered, and I think the ref totally. He gets a bad whistle.
That was a bad officiating game yesterday.
I'm not making
no excuses for
No, I literally just said it was his first game, but he still doesn't get calls. That's
How about the one where Randle created space and they called an offensive foul where he was trying to create space on that? That's never called. That's never called.
I'm gonna be honest. They started calling that this year, but he made it so obvious. Like he did this. It was way too obvious.
That's never
called. So when RJ shoved Rubio, they called the offensive.
Yeah, that was so soft.
That was corny. Yeah,
he was not a chosen, and then he's also.
It was way too obvious.
That's too expressive. Like he's too much.
Good, Mo.
Yeah, no. Randle's body language is awful. He threw the ball. He threw the ball at the referee. Like that's the problem. Mentally,
Yo, salute to Mo, man. But yeah, Randle.
It was good, Mo.
Too emotional. He's too. He doesn't have that. This is why RJ is like. When RJ gets fouls, sometimes he'll complain, but it's diplomacy. Sometimes these refs, they will give it back. They will give you back a bad call if you just chill the F out and don't try to show them up. Like, chill out, bro.
I know RJ actually got fouled when he actually gets mad because he rarely gets mad. And when he gets mad, like he actually got fouled.
The reason why I highlighted that Randle play legion, and you pointed out on Twitter, whoever tweeted that, the reason I did that is because that showed me once he was inserted in the game, he was eating fries on the sidelines. He didn't realize he threw the ball at the ref earlier in the game. That was the play that I wanted to see. Was Julius engaged in the game plan? Was he going to make the energy plays he did in the Milwaukee game? What did he do? Missed the rotation. It went from a 7-point game to a 10-point game. Come back, no chance. That's the difference. He's not engaged. If Tibbs is really going to put him back in, he has to be engaged.
Yeah. Kawhi Money says so it's indirectly because of RJ having a bad game and Kemba was out and Rose can't start for us. But the thing is, we played bad against the Pacers and the Raptors, and then we did the same thing with Orlando. And we didn't have guys out those games. So I can't make an excuse of it because it's just a constant trend of us just losing to lower teams of what we're beating better teams and losing to worse ones. Which is just unacceptable.
I will take this back. I don't think the Raptors are as bad as even they seemed on paper. Even if you take out the barn thing, because they have guards who can challenge us.
Yeah, their talent is there, but I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was gonna mesh
fully
right
healthy,
away.
Man. They top 5.
And Siakam just came back yesterday too.
I knew after watching Kemba and how lazily he played in the Pelicans game. And when we were up by 15, he made 2 turnover passes. I was just like, dog,
oh my goodness.
That's what you do. I said, yo, bro. And I had on the pregame, I was like, yo, bro, this Raptors team, bro, they're going to hound the perimeter. And teams, like the scouting reporters out in the Knicks, hound the perimeter in terms of the passing. Don't let them breathe on the screens. You know what I mean? And double team for Randle. Like you could beat, like if you have athletic guards who just run, like literally just harass and then run and can garner steals, we struggle, man. Like, tell you, Kemba is a huge issue on this team. You're talking about a guy he's not even 6 feet. I think he's at maybe 5'11".
So why did the front office bring Kemba Walker in your?
I mean, no. I'm not. Let me put it like this. Look, they had to make a move because there was just no guard options. You know, they couldn't get freaking Kyle Lowry, who I thought should have been the guy they tried to bring in.
Me too.
They didn't draft. They didn't go out and draft the so-called lead guard or whatever. So it was just like, look, we need.
Do you think Kemba was the best option out there?
No, he was just the cheapest.
I think
he was the low risk.
Low risk. I think I would have had Dennis Schroeder on the team. I would have been happy with that.
Hell no. Nah, I mean, nah.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wasn't. I didn't want him too much.
Like that, he gives us that 2 seconds that's necessary to stop them at the perimeter so that our defense can get set.
He
Like,
does a lot of boneheaded bro. Like
Yeah.
He does a lot of
No,
goofy
yo.
stuff too. You
When
can
he
put
got-
Burks
when he
and
got-
Schroeder on the same on the all 5 goofy team.
Yeah, I'll agree with the defense thing because the defense he does, but he's also like on and off with his IQ. But that I mean I understand that part though because he is a defensive guard. Like
Yeah,
he,
he
but
plays
if
good
I
defense.
had him, I would have him like the Celtics come off the bench, but we would have to have like an actual starter. D Rose, I wanted D Rose back, so I didn't think that would be able to
I
happen.
want Marcus Smart, man.
I'm gonna kind of go to the recap of the last game real quick, just like the stats, the score. The Knicks lost by 17 points, 126-109. Evan
We
Mobley,
deserved
career
it, too.
game. I called him. I had given Randle trouble this game. I didn't think he was gonna give as much trouble, but he really gave trouble to him. He's actually leading the league in contested shots right now, not in rookies, but leading the league. At a big man, which is crazy. 11 for 15. 2 for 4 from 3, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, and only 1 turnover. He had 26 points and was a plus 26. That's just insane. Shout out to Ethan because he loves Mobley. Dean Wade didn't have like the greatest game, but he had a few steals. I mean, he did what he does.
Right?
What happened?
Didn't he have a few threes against us?
Yeah, he had a decent game. He had a few threes. He had a few steals.
Did we have like double digits? No.
Nah, he has 6-3 and 3 steals. Jared Allen, who actually just won Player of the Week in the East, he went 8 for 15, had 18 points and 17 rebounds.
He's a nice player too.
He's been nice. He's been going off. He's been showing that he's
Allen
worth his
looking
money.
better than.
way better than Mitch right now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, he is
Thank
better
you for
than
saying
Mitch.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
He is better than Mitch.
Say it again. Yeah.
Looking better than Mitch, man.
Yes.
I hold you.
Yes. And also give respect to Miles Turner too. He's better than Mitch too.
Yeah,
Well,
I just
Miles
Miles
Turner
Turner
been
to me.
No,
Miles Turner
Mo,
to me is
don't
better,
do that
but
with your hands, Mo. You know
plays
it's
as a
true.
team. Yeah, it depends on the team.
Stop. Oh my gosh, this guy Mo is better.
All right.
Slow down on that Miles Turner talk, man. Y'all.
Yeah, no, this is gonna. That's funny. Darius Garland 6 for 14. He had a good game. 4 for 5, 16, 3 and 5. I like Darius Garland. He's always solid. I mean, he's only getting better. He's been taking on more of a playmaking role. The last 2 seasons compared to his rookie year. Colin Sexton, prayers out to him because he actually tore his meniscus. I think it was during that Mitch fall when him and Mitch fell, and I feel bad, especially because it's a contract year. So prayers out to him. I hope he's gonna still get a bag from some team because I hate seeing that. But he had a decent game for the 12 minutes.
Oh, let's take Colin. Like, come on, what do we have to lose?
I hate when people call me when I'm doing something. But yeah, Miles Turner's better.
Yo,
Yeah.
did you pay for Colin Sexton? Like, is he gonna be out for the rest of the season?
Sincere was they said they have no time.
Yeah, meniscus tear, right?
Torn meniscus is usually I think like 4 to 6 months, something.
Well,
like
if you
that.
repair it, it's out for the season.
Yeah, they said they're gonna get evaluations still, so they gotta see.
Haduken, I just promoted your show, so you're gonna get a lot of listeners coming very soon.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see you on Twitter. But next up, the guy of the game, the guy that everyone talked about.
Rubio?
Yeah, Rubio with his career game.
He looked like he was in slow motion when he was scoring all of his
Bro,
points.
if you
look at
watch
his form.
Sim, and Guillermo when they were debating this during the trade deadline last season, it was the most funny thing because Sim was talking about his slow ass jump shot the whole entire time and how it somehow went in against us when he was still on the Wolves, and he didn't want him and Guillermo wanted him, and they were arguing, and this dude just drops the career high. I blame Sim for this, bro. Shout out to Sim, but I blame.
Blame. He said that he'd rather take Elfrid Payton at 5 minutes.
Yo, Will Salk is salute.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no,
Ruby
that
had 17. Ruby had 17 for last year and this year, and he comes off like
he always goes off against us. Since that time that Sim said that he's been going off. Yeah,
It looked worse than when he was on the Wolves. This one looked
Rubio would
worse.
not be starting. If we had Rubio and you had to wait another year to draft a point guard or wait for a free agent to come free, Rubio probably would have been starting this year for the Knicks.
Rubio's way better than Elfrid Payton.
You would have had a way better offense.
That's not even an argument.
Well, not say wait. I know the Knicks are. I know people look at the numbers, but you would have had an offense that's a little bit
good.
more
Sincere.
less Randle centric. Maybe have to force it to Randle, like having Rubio on the court who can facilitate, make the even when they were double teaming him, like he was making passes to Mobley, who made the pass to Jared Allen down. Like,
Yo, their chemistry like looks great on that team for a team that apparently has like a lot of situations because of Colin Sexton. Even though it doesn't really look like he's a problem. That
the Cavs have a lot of young talent. I was impressed.
That chemistry problem was with like the veterans that they had. A lot of those guys are gone.
Yeah, that talk is always annoying. Like how they make stuff up, but I don't know. But he went 13 for 19, 8 from 9 from 3. He was literally perfect until his last shot that he missed. Like, thank God somehow he almost dropped 40 and 10.
That's crazy.
Bro, 37, 3 and 10 with 4 turnovers. I just don't know what to say. Cedi Osman, Cedi Osman has been shooting like 50% from 3, and he went 0 for 5, and all of them were like wide open. So thank God for that. At least he didn't even kill us, and I thought he was gonna have a decent game. Lamar Stevens is a solid guy. He didn't really do too much. He didn't play too much. Dylan Windler, he was in the 2019 draft, I think, too. He's like decent. He had a decent game. But other than that, the Cavs were just led by Rubio, Jared Allen, and Mobley, the big three.
Anybody think McBride could have stopped Rubio?
No, nobody.
No, I don't think anyone could have yesterday.
No. McBride could have stopped Rubio.
No,
I'm just asking because Clyde Frazier said the Knicks have no answer for Rubio tonight, but I'm thinking like maybe we did. Maybe he just was riding on the bench. But I
think if he put in McBride a little earlier, he probably would have. But at the point he was going, he was making it over Randle. He was making it over everyone. So I don't think
guards go over Randle.
Frank Nice would have gotten cooked.
Randle gives guards too much space. That's why they go off on him.
Yeah, but he was just shooting it in their midst too. Like he was doing step backs like with that
one
slow
on
jump.
That
one on Grimes was crazy.
After this 4-3, he was hitting them off of screen, so it was up to the center and the guard to have that communication. Say, okay, are you double here? So it's not necessarily that McBride could have played excellent defense on him too, and then he just screened away. And your big man in Randle
doesn't come up
to pick up. That's why I'm not saying Randle. I'm not trying to kill Randle. I like to see where Randle's not in the game. And I want to see how the bigs or whichever bigs are playing. Like if they get major minutes, like say in the fourth quarter, say Randle is like 1 for 30 or something like that. Like you can't play the fourth quarter. I would like to see how the big men play because Randle, his help defense. There was a play where Rubio caught it. I forgot which play it was, but it was in the second half. And Randle just stood right at the pinch post. And Rubio was right at the spot, and he didn't even try to close out until like the last. I'm like, bro, he's been doing all.
Randle. At the beginning of the game, I know y'all peeped when they got the steals. They got the same type of layup. First it was Garland, then it was Sexton. Like then Randle
it happened back to back.
He didn't even back to back. He didn't even try to. I mean, I don't. He's not a shot blocker, but I was just like, yo, damn, you're just gonna look at him, just lay it up. Like,
I feel like all our guys do that too, because I seen RJ do that a few times. But Randle, it happened back to back last night.
Garland looked right in his face.
Hadouken, I'm at the point right now with Randle, and I know that this is how mad I am with him. I'm at the point where
you could be honest. Don't.
I'm going to be honest because you guys are my friends.
It's called being objective. You're good.
Yeah, don't worry. There's no hate.
I believe I trust more. This is where I'm at with Randle right now, and the consistent activity and energy and awareness level. I have more trust in Obi right now for energy and awareness on the court on defense than I do Julius Randle.
Okay. Fair assessment, brother.
I apologize. Say one more time.
I said maybe Julius can change my mind tonight. I hope he does. But as of right now, with what I have seen, I think Obi is making lesser mistakes, lesser activity awareness mistakes on the defensive end than Julius Randle. To that, you say what?
He's making less mistakes in development, but Randle's still several levels away above Obi. Obi's still a very limited player, even though I think they took him out. I think he got more minutes yesterday. I think he played really well, especially off the wing. But I don't think we're at that level yet. Where it's
Legion, when they cut that lead to 7 points with Obi, IQ, Noel, Grimes, did you want Tibbs to go back to Julius Randle and Derrick Rose?
106.99. Think about it.
Nah, Guillermo wasn't. I was watching his thing. Everyone was mad. I feel like everyone was legit mad during that time.
That
was just like in the wrong moment.
Yeah, and he did the same thing in the Raptors game. In the Raptors game where RJ was coming back. I don't say coming back. He hit the 3 to bring it to 9, and the Raptors couldn't get a bucket. We bring in Randle back in the game, and not saying he was the reason why we lost, but it just threw things off. Then the ball wasn't in. Remember, RJ stopped getting the ball until late when the game was already out of hand. Like Tibbs makes these weird rotations where he takes players out. Like RJ in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, he just does, I don't know why Tibbs does this. Like, God, let the guy who is hot rock.
Legion, as a player, in your opinion, for rankings, as a player, where do you rank Julius Randle's awareness on the court? As far as awareness and
F.
From a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rank it? I'm just curious. Where are you at?
It's a negative number, bro.
It's like a 2-3. Because look, Julius Randle's not he's not like Nick Young, abject, just like what the hell are you doing? Mm-hmm. But for how much usage he gets on his team, his awareness is really, especially defensively. It's not even just. Here's a bad thing. I'm not even sure it's awareness. It might just be laziness.
But how do we get it up?
You got to go to another player.
What do you mean? No, he has to be the guy.
No.
Another player.
Exactly. The game plan has to flow through other players. Like offensively, not defensively. I don't know how you do it. Defensively, the only way you can do is really to take him out the game or punish him when he does those things, right? You did it to Obi. You did it to everybody else. These young players, right? The reason why the Spurs were is because Tim Duncan played. He allowed Popovich to basically school him in front of everybody. And I think that Tibbs or Randle needs to allow Tibbs because, bro, you being out there, it also sets a bad precedent that other guys don't have to play as hard because they're seeing you do it. And it's like, I'm not going to have good effort. Guys aren't elevating their play. Versus you go to a team like the Warriors, I'll put money on it. If Evan Fournier went to the Warriors, I'm not saying he'd be a great defensive player. He wouldn't. But I bet his defense would be a lot better than what it is. So
you're blaming Tibbs. So you think the only way to solve it is Tibbs? It's Tibbs.
If I put the ball, if my best player is allowed to do certain things, everybody else is going to pick up from it. And I'm not saying that guys are necessarily playing bad defense because of Randle, but guys, there's no how can I put it? There's no people aren't getting barked at like, yo, that's not how we play. And I'm not saying do it publicly, but it doesn't seem like every time I'm looking up, it just looks like, oh man, you were supposed to do. It's like if that's the case, something like guys aren't getting it or guys are not feeding into it. And I think that Randle's a big part. Like how many I could count over the last 3 games, over 20 times Randle's looking up, and it's a yo, bro, where's the help defense on that? Or you were supposed to be here, Randle. You could count maybe more than 30 times these past 3-4 games. Randle does it all the time, and the fact that you put the ball in Randle's hands at the end of games, that when RJ Barrett has 27 points, he didn't have the 27 points at the time, but when RJ Barrett is hot, you don't push the offense through him. How do you fix
Julius's body language? How do you fix that?
You take him out the game.
You mean to tell me we can't fix Julius? Julius's body language?
What I'm saying is that you talk to Julius like, hey, bro, whatever the coach and talk to him, right? But when Julius Randle's not having a good game, you don't put him back in to try to force it through him. You go with the guys who are winning on the court, the guys who are making a change to be like, yo, that is okay, put like this. It happens with RJ Barrett. When RJ Barrett has a bad game, he's having bad defense.
He can correct it. Well, he can usually correct it, though. See, the difference between RJ and Julius with me is I feel like he's able to correct it more consistently right now, which is a shocking revelation. With Julius, I can't consistently get the energy, the awareness on the court level at the level I need it to be superstar level.
Okay, you just brought up the point too about Obi, right? How did Obi improve last season?
He sat.
Thank you. Okay. When Obi sat and look, it could happen to some of the best players. Because you know why? When these best players go on ESPN and all these freaking platforms, you know what they do? When it's like, oh, why didn't you win a championship? You know who they blame? They blame the coach. So you might as well coach up the mother effort. Excuse me, you might as well coach up the dude and get the licks now to be like, yo, have him scream at you, whatever, but it makes him a better player. Your best coaches don't got to be friends with you.
So bench him. So why don't we bench Julius? I'm not saying bench him. I'm saying bench him. Bench him for 3 days after the effort that I saw.
Whoa, no.
I'm mad. No, I need the awareness and the activity. If we're going to win a championship in the playoffs, I need the activity and awareness. You said it's a 2 to 3, Legion. I need it to be a 9. To be a superstar level every night, it's got to be at a 9.
Here's the thing. Like I said, all you have to do is allow the other guys to cook. If you start having games and I'm not saying it's going to be long term, but you have a game where Obi is showing more effort, is crashing the boards, is where he's supposed to be on the floor at the right time, and Randle can't get back into that fourth quarter. That sends a message. Randle just came out today on a quote and said, "Look, my defense is not where it needs to be. My energy's not." So he knows what he's doing wrong.
Good.
So Gmo, you saying it's a coaching thing, basically?
Acknowledging there's a problem is the first step.
Part of it is suits of Jay Boogeyman. Part of it is a coaching problem. Tibbs allows Randle to have carte blanche to do whatever he wants. How many times?
I think they both need to. Tibbs needs to fix it. I agree with you, Legion. It's also a Tibbs problem. It's not just a Julius problem, but they both need to fix it for this team.
Yes. You can sit a play. Look, put like this. Julius Randle, you're not scoring 40 points a game. You're not Jokic. So these games, I don't need you to force the ball. Randle, when he played the Chicago Bulls, he went 2 for 8 that game. 2 for 11, I think, or 2 for 8. One or two, right? He didn't have a good game, but he didn't at least until the fourth quarter, he didn't force it offensively. I didn't mind that game by Julius Randle. He was getting the ball in other people's hands. He was playmaking for others. You can have those ugly type of games or those kind of games offensively and still be a plus if your literally, Julius Randle help defense is trash. He literally shies away from the ball. Yesterday, Evan Mobley shimmies on Mitchell Robinson. There was like a good 2 seconds. You see Evan Mobley driving. If he steps up, Evan Mobley has to pick up his dribble and do something else with it. Randle backs away. He thinks he's slick. He act like he know what a play was. He backed away, and Mobley had a clean dunk off the baseline. Randle does this stuff because he's lazy. But you know what? In the same game, he had a great block on Jared Allen. So it's not that he can't.
But it was after. It was after he made the mistakes. But it was too late. What I'm saying, Legion, is I think you're absolutely right. In film study, Tibbs has to show him it. Tibbs also has to discipline him because he can't. The next time he throws a ball at a referee, which is bad body language, which could have cost a technical, which shows his teammates that he's not engaged. The next time he does that, I would like Tibbs to yell at him and sit him because mentally his body language, he does not have the body language of a superstar that I need right now. His body language is not at the level that I need it to be.
Julius Randle's a superstar? You out of your mind.
I want him to. I have to get him to a superstar level.
Whoa. Superstars are born. Let's not.
What do you can it can be developed. It's tough love.
No,
it can be developed.
No.
It can be developed. You can change the attitude and the body language. You have to do it from within. You have to acknowledge the problem.
Steph Curry is a superstar. Yeah. Steph Curry is a superstar. LeBron.
So how are we going to win a championship?
But here's the thing. Here's a beautiful thing. Julius Randle's not a superstar, so don't treat him like one of the team. Okay. If you make the offense a little bit more multifaceted and not just be forced to Julius Randle, you get a better team.
Okay. Steph Curry is not a superstar.
You're out of your mind.
It's three forms of stars: an all-star, superstar, and a mega-star. Those are separated dudes. That's a mega star.
Okay,
like dudes like Carmelo Anthony, they superstars. Guys like Julius Randle, they all stars. It's 3 different levels.
I'd like him to get to the. All right, I'll change my words. I'd like Julius Randle to get to the level that I think we can win a championship. I just want him to get to that level where I think I can rely on him. He can be the leader. The body language is good. He's engaged all the time when it matters most in the crucialest plays of the game. Engage on both ends. If it's Tibbs, then Tibbs has got to fix it. If it's Julius, I think they both got to get in a room and say, my body language is bad. I like, Legion, that you said Julius said he had a problem and he's got to fix the energy. I do like that. That's good.
Hey, good afternoon. How y'all gentlemen doing? I didn't know if I was aboard or not. But I just want to say what's up to the men, man. Shout out to everybody rocking, following that orange and blue. Shout out to everybody rocking with the youngest Nick in charge, Hadouken. Get them like buttons up, supporting, you know what I'm saying? And appreciate what a young fella is doing, you know what I'm saying? So many young kids out there in the world, they strayed away doing all types of things that, you know what I'm saying, parents don't want them to do. This guy right here is doing something, you know what I'm saying, something great with his life, you know what I'm saying? And you see him every day. So appreciate that, man. Anybody else, Ethan, all them young guys coming up, man, appreciate them young guys, man. Hit the like button. They're not asking for much, man. That like button is right there next to any word that you type, man. Shout out to everybody rocking that orange and blue. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to this great panel, you know what I'm saying? Let's go Knicks for the night, you know what I'm saying? Start all over as soon as the tip up, it goes in the air, man. I just want to say what up to everybody and shout out to my, you know what I'm saying, my young nephew right there, the Sheik Luke. He don't like me to call him, but you had a great performance yesterday too in that fantasy, man. I like what you did yesterday, boy. You was holding on, boy. I like that, man.
I need 4 points tonight, Chase Claypool, just to be Hadouken, man. I need, Ben Roethlisberger. I just need like a good 50. Don't ruin it for me tonight, Ben Roethlisberger. Please. I just need 4.
That's your quarterback?
No, I got Chase Claypool. That's the last. That's the last.
Oh, don't worry about it. He good for 4 or 5 catches and that end around handoff. He good for that. You good for that.
Cool.
Hadouken know he taking the L tonight.
Hadouken didn't want to say nothing. Hadouken is scared. I don't want to jinx it. So I'm good. You're muted.
You're muted, Hadouken.
Hadouken, you're muted.
Oh, I said. Oh my God. All right. No, I was saying I appreciate you, and I said shout out to everyone. But I was saying that Josh Allen got picked by Josh Allen. He got sacked by Josh Allen. He was getting smoked. Tyreek Hill had a trash game again. Eckler had a bad game, and those are my 3 best players. So I can't even do anything about that. That's just all. That's all.
And don't forget, he got fumbled recovered by Josh Allen.
Yeah, it was bad. He was getting pressed by his own. Like, I got that.
Josh Allen was the best player in football yesterday.
On defense.
And I had James Conner, who I just picked up, and he dropped 40 for me, and he did better than everyone on the team. He was good enough.
You guys think I'm too hard on Julius Randle?
I mean, the benching thing, like bench, for 3 games, but you could bench him during the game if he is at like that. I agree.
But do you guys agree with my assertion that I don't like what I'm seeing?
I don't like the I just don't like the emotional, like he lets his emotions like choose the way he plays and acts, and you can see it in his body language. That's the main thing I don't like.
Do you agree it needs to be fixed, Hadouken?
Yeah, we've been saying this since last year. On Guillermo's show, we said that every single time because he had a few of those games where he was getting texts and then he was just getting like mad for no reason. Like it's just
sometimes my emotions get the best of me, but I'm not a player. But like I just want to know if I'm being not fair to him. But it sounds like you think I'm being fair, but just not the benching for 3 games.
Yeah, just not the benching thing.
Okay, fine.
Oh, let me shout out some people in the chat. CP the artist, what's good? Salute. I see you. Foy Trey. Wilson, I see you. David Parker, what's good? Boring Boy Wander, salute to everyone in the chat. Boost Mobile 2 was good. Odell Beckham was waived. Yeah, he's gonna get picked up by another team. 100%. Obviously, the Browns were just doing him dirty. So yeah. Randall cries over not getting fouled, so he just gives up. I mean, the thing I don't like is that I get that he doesn't get calls sometimes, but he still gets a lot of calls like during the games. But there's just sometimes where it feels like he got fouled and he just stays behind on defense, and it lets his man get up, and then it just turns out to be a 4-on-5, and the play is just like disturbed. That's the thing I don't like. When he does that. Let me see. Justin L actually had a question earlier. I forgot to hop up. It might not be there no more though.
And shout out to the CP, the artist, man. You know what? Throughout the world, anybody that's watching, man, make sure y'all get people that's doing artwork, man, whether they're drawing, graffiti, paintings.
CPtheartist.com. Make sure to check that out. That's where he got his art.
Yeah, when you walk inside houses, you see, nice pictures and all. Those are artists, man. So respect when an art person is performing and doing their work, man. Appreciate their love life, man, because, you know what I'm saying, it takes a lot of time and effort and thoughts and, you know what I'm saying, penmanship, you know what I'm saying, dedication and patience to put together a painting or a picture in a form that somebody else, you know what I'm saying, wants in their own life to have hanging up in their home, man. So shout out to all the artists, and especially CP, the artists.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, make sure to check out I said the CPtheartist.com. That's where he has his art, stuff like that, where you could have it.
Yes.
But Justin L, the question he asked a while ago, he said, what if we put Fournier and Kemba on the floor at different times so we can hide Kemba the way Atlanta hides Trae Young on defense? Like, how do you guys think that would specifically work? Because I mean, John Collins, I don't see him as a defender. Like, he's decent. Capella is a pretty decent defender at center too. But the way they work is they usually trap players. Like, they trap Randle during that time. So you're not gonna see that as much. But Kemba against Trey, I really don't know how you would be specifically able to hide that. Does anyone have like what does everyone else think?
I just think it's
I mean,
it's kind of a mistake. Like the fact that we have Kemba Walker on this roster, it's looking like a real big mistake, and I'm very like regretting of it because it's like the worst player that I want to like get on because it's my BX guy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know at this point. Actually, I had a question about defense.
Go ahead.
We got some knowledgeable guys. I'm not the most knowledgeable basketball guy, but it seems like Tom Thibodeau's defense is like it allows one person per night to have open shot, more open shots. So like Ricky Rubio that night, I feel like the scheme was kind of like surrounded around like letting Ricky Rubio shoot those shots. And then Mouse Turner also like he was allowed to shoot those shots. So like there's like one guy every night it feels like that is allowed to shoot those shots. Is that what do you guys think about that? I don't know that strategy. Like, are we using the right strategy? Do we need to like adjust our strategy because like now we have Kemba Walker who's like a complete hole on the court wherever he is. Like, what can we do? How can we adjust our defense around Kemba? Like, have we exhausted all options? I'm interested in knowing what you guys think.
I mean, I feel like the way we play is like man to man. We play a like don't get beat type of defense, like straight up man to man. Like, that's why a lot of the time there's no help because you just guard your man straight up. We don't play rotational defense too well. All of our men, and we don't have good on ball defenders like Atlanta. Like they have a DeAndre Hunter, a Cam Reddish. Who else do they have? Like their guards are more defensive oriented than our guards that can help hide like a Trae Young, who's not that particular well on defense. But I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like the way we play, the system works. It's a good system. There's nothing wrong with the system. I don't think so. I just feel like we just got to buy into it a little more and help the helper a little more on defense. That's what I'm not seeing on the court.
Well, the thing about it is that, remember last season too, we allowed a lot of threes too. Like the number of threes allowed is not like drastically different. It's just that teams back then, they were missing shots. Now, I don't have the research on it. I would love to find it somehow. I think just from seeing it, because you have guys like Burks and all those guys, I put money on it. The average time when the opposing team shot their three-point shots was a lot more closer to the shot clock last season, where they got to put up a shot because it's like right. 2 seconds, 1 second left, versus nowadays or this season, guys are just getting into rhythm because Kemba provides no resistance. So guys are shooting the three like within the rhythm. They don't got to rush the shot. You know what I mean? Because last season you had guys saying, "Yo, the Knicks make you work," and we were allowing a lot of threes because the helper just leaves that third pass guy or that kick out guy open a lot of times, right? So it's gonna happen. It's just that we don't have that buffer to harass.
Legion, isn't that mostly Elfrid Payton?
Yeah, it's Elfrid Payton, but it's also Reggie Bullock too, because Elfrid Payton was getting cooked. Go to the Hawks games. He was getting cooked by Trae Young. Go to the first Pacers game we had. Brogdon put 30 on him, and he was abusing Payton. So Payton played good defense. I'm not taking away from him, but I
think he was getting cooked and people would get by him, but I think the ball pressure, like we don't like that was. I mean, of the 72 games we played last year, would you say Payton put good ball pressure at least in 40 to 50 of them?
Yes, relatively speaking, he did. But also, I would say this: Bullock would put that ball pressure, and Bullock was typically assigned to these elite wings and guards that we play night out. I mean, be able to try to take away 20 to 30% of a guy's production, these elite guys' production night out with Bullock out there, that means a lot. A lot of times you just leave him on the island and be like, all right, let him.
Hoodie Kev was a Reggie Bullock hater. he and I got in many arguments last year. Look, I was not saying Reggie Bullock is a superstar here, but he and I would get into it over Knox versus Bullock's value. Where's Hoodie Kev now? Is he with Reggie Bullock? Where is he?
I think he's working right now. He's probably busy.
I miss Hoodie Kev, but I think he did not value Reggie Bullock to this team.
Well, I mean, look, Reggie Bullock should have never been a star. It is what it is, and it's not.
I love you, Hoodie Kev. You're my guy.
It's not his fault, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to say it was just Bullock, but it's like you got two guys who are poor defenders. Randle's an overrated defender. You got a big and Mitch who's coming back from injury who can't move laterally. Yeah, I mean his defense looks a little bit bad whenever he's on the perimeter, and a guy can get right past him like freaking Mobley did last night. I mean, so you have a lot of moving parts in this team, but you know there are a few things you can do to you know what I mean, like you can, like I said, ice the pick. And you can do that with Kemba. You don't have to do that with like this elite defender. You can do that with Kemba and force the action one way. You know what I mean? Now you get some guys stuck in the corner. You get them on these bad positions where at the wing. You know what I mean? You had that whole play. Ricky Rubio, after he scored 3 last night, the dude was trying to get to his left the whole night. We did nothing to stop that.
Same as that spot every time. Like people felt for like I mean I don't think he did too many pump fakes. He was just doing step backs. Like at the end he was starting to pump fake, cut Grimes. That was the night. That was just a nice shot. I can't even say anything about it.
He's abusing the screen all night.
That dude on the floor, man. Plenty of times we should have put him on the floor and let him whine and cry to the referees, just like they did that one play when they grabbed his hand and he's mad that they missed the call. He went straight whining to the referee. That's what you had to love about our old head team, like Oakley and Mason and Xavier. Them type guys, man. If you did too much, guess what? They putting wood on you. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. We trying to touch you up. We don't have them type players. Well, I'm gonna answer old boy's question real quick, talking about. Is it a mistake, right, with Kimba and all that? I'm gonna show Kimba a lot of love, and I'm gonna show Evan a lot of love. Those are not mistakes. We should be greatly appreciated that we got those guys. The reason why I say that because 3 years ago, them guys wouldn't have looked at this organization. 3 years ago, Kimba wouldn't even ask to get out of his contract to come over here. In 3 years, Evan Show wouldn't have came and signed with us. You know why? Because our offices was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Our management was terrible. So you got to take that as a plus in consideration that them guys even thought to come over here. But the best thing about it, I'd have been preaching patience last year and patience this year. But I don't have to say patience because really we're here. But the thing I can say is we're in position for a quick fix, and we owe that to the office. Ain't nothing that we have on this team that we can't rearrange and change and make a different fix, you know what I'm saying, to see if we can do something different. That's the position that the office has put us in, you know what I'm saying, and I'm greatly appreciated. Back in the days, we'd have made a move like this, you know what I'm saying, we'd have been stuck 4 or 5 years on some contracts we can't even move. Everything we got is movable contract, so you got to appreciate that, man. It's just that we in a position right now, we got to tweak a couple of things, switch out a couple of things, but Tibbs got to be willing to make those movements instead of being in his ways. Go ahead and make the proper adjustments and see if that works. Because if what's right now is not working, at least we got a plan B, and the plan B is in a different rotation that's on the bench. Bring some of them guys up forward. If that don't work, then yeah, you can get like some of these guys is talking in the cats and on the panels, start looking to make trades, you know what I'm saying? But option one right now has not worked in the beginning because we broke our chemistry as far as defense. So now we got to do something else to bring back in that defensive main matter. That's how we win games. That's how we play games. That's how we close games. That's what we loved about last year. Even when we lost, you know what I'm saying, we know we had a hard effort on that floor. But now we don't even have the hard, complete effort on the floor. And that's why we're talking about different individual players at this point in time, man. But we in a position for a quick fix, man. And I appreciate Kim wanting to come over here. I appreciate Evan wanting to come over here. That's showing that the office is turned around and we're in position for something even greater to happen. But right now, this is a quick fix, man. Be easy, man. We're going to be okay. I know it hurts that we lose against games that we should win. All these games matter. Not 20 games down the road, but matter right now because when you get to later on down the season, these games count for tiebreakers, you know what I'm saying? So we need to be winning these games. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go on a whole month vacation if we lose to these guys tonight They ain't even got their 2 marquee players playing. I'm gonna be on a whole vacation for a month and finish growing out my November beard, because that's why I'm getting all whooped up right now, because I'm honoring any and everybody that has cancer. This is No Cut November. So this is how I'm doing. My beard is great. My shirt is great. That's what I'm doing right now. But I should be enrolling into the new Sanford Sun and play great, man.
So, can I ask you a question on that? If Kemba Walker had a good knee, do you think he comes to New York? Because a lot of people, they all talk about, I love, man, New York this, New York that, when they on the downside of the career and all that stuff. You know what I mean? I just feel like Kemba Walker was like, look, I ain't gonna play no damn OKC, because he didn't want to come in when he was a free agent. I didn't hear about this whole Kemba Walker. He wanted to come to the Knicks. So I just feel, I don't disagree with you that we've upped the profile of this Knicks team. But you are playing. I put it like this, and I don't want to kill Kemba, but I think as Knicks fans, we had too high of expectations on Kemba. That he was going to be even like say 80% of what he was with in Charlotte. Let me even say that. And
but not you, not me, not a few other guys. We knew Kemba knees would be an issue. We always hoping and praying that it can get through. You know what I'm saying? That's for the ones that don't really follow the technicians of individual players. We knew that. You knew that. I remember you.
I'm just putting a burden on all of us as fans. I'm not saying I don't want to say that. It's just I feel as a Knicks community, and unfortunately, like we're stuck in this position where we do have to play Kemba these minutes, and the lack of production just from that position on offense and on defense, and then on offense by itself without him using all these screens and whatnot, it kind of hurts us. So I do think we have to take some time, but we kind of came into the season. Let's be honest, we came into the season with this plan with these guys we brought in to say, hey, this is going to help us get to the next level.
Yeah, high expectations.
The glaring issues, I'm not sure the glaring issues are going to be solved, right? Because it's not a thing about like rookies playing. Like it's like rookies, all right, the rookies just have to get it. You're going to develop something, so you have to be patient. Or Derrick Rose was like a gift from heaven from the basketball gods. That doesn't happen when you get a guy you got for a second round pick comes in as arguably your best. Julius Randle is the best player, but you could possibly say Derrick Rose is the most important player. You can argue that, right? So I'm just wondering where does that come in to play? Do we have some flexibility with some of these guys? Yeah, but when you look at the landscape, who are the guys you think we could bring in? Like I would love to bring in a Lou Dort, but that's a first and some, because OKC got all the cards right now. They don't have to get rid of a 22-year-old defensive stopper who could possibly develop a three-point shot. Yeah, I mean, like, where does the improvement come from? Does it come from playing Grimes and McBride? I hope so, but if you're at that point, if you're playing Grimes and McBride at 20 plus minutes a night, that means that Kemba Fournier or whatever, that plan is really going down bad, and even RJ and Randle are kind of underachieving. So, I'm asking you guys, where does the improvement come from?
Comes from the bench.
I mean, yeah, it has to. I feel like you said the bench, right, J Boogie? That's what you said? Yeah. Okay. So exactly, like the bench in general, it finally has been doing better. The last, I'll say 2-3 games, they started coming into their own a little bit more. Quickly scoring more. He's looking better than he has the whole entire season. Obi's Obi had a few good looks yesterday, a few nice layups on his offense. D Rose again coming back into his own. But that is like a key factor, because I don't think their defense has been as bad as it was previously. The beginning of the games, because they're starting to show more impact, and they're showing their energy, and they have active hands on defense now. They're actually scoring pretty well as well. Like they brought us back yesterday. I mean that just showed you they're starting to get back into the own. So I would say that the bench is definitely a key factor. And the part where you said the Grimes and McBride thing, like I wouldn't mind if he puts them in for a few minutes. Like put them in for a little, if anything, if you really need to. Just try to test it out. Try to test your waters if you really need to. But I don't know if Tibbs is gonna do that unless he really needs to. Like he did it for Grimes yesterday. I don't know if he's gonna do it again though, and for like extended minutes.
I personally think that the improvement is gonna come from demoting Kemba. That's why like I thought that like getting Kemba was like not a mistake is like a little it's harsh of a word, but it's just like we gave him the starter role, the starting point guard role, and like so with that came a lot of expectations, and now he's not meeting those expectations. So like that's gonna like having to like make that adjustment is gonna like may possibly mess with chemistry, even though Kemba's like everyone says he's a great teammate. So like it's just I wish we would have acquired a starting point guard, like a good in the middle of their career starting point guard. Like, yeah, you can start this guy and feel like, okay, we're gonna get like at least a little bit above replacement level production. That's all. And I feel like with Kemba, we're not getting that, so we gotta demote him.
Lord have
I don't like
mercy.
What's good,
Lord
CP?
have mercy. Salute, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up?
Wow. After 10 games, we everybody gonna get demoted. People should be traded. Can we relax? You know, being a Knicks fan for 35 years, you know, one thing I learned was this: the season doesn't really start until Christmas. Look, this team needs a lot of chemistry. They need to be patient. They're still getting their sea legs underneath them. So I think everybody needs to relax. I think after Christmas, we should have our concerns. I think after Christmas, we would have played, 15, 20 games by then. No, 30 games by then. And that's where we should kind of be patient. Are there bad things? Yes. Like, I ain't going to deny there's nothing bad about what's going on. But let's be patient. We got Kemba here for his offense. We know darn well he never was a good defender. But like I said on this last show, we're going to have to deal with the lack of defense, but we have to, get the offense going. And the offense is still potent. As I told Hadouken, when Fournier and Kemba score at least 18 points each, we have a higher chance of winning. So let's just be patient. The bench hasn't been giving us anything. Let's see where it goes. I'm going to stay the course, and that's my positive take on it.
All right, like I respect that take, but like I feel like we're praying for threes to fall in.
Yeah, I said the 18 is way too much. Like I'm expecting like 14 to 16, like something like that. Like Fournier gotta have like 14, probably 16, and then Kemba gotta have his like 12 to 14.
Let me make this really, really slow for you, right? Okay, there's four quarters. There's 4 quarters in a game. Okay.
Man.
What happened?
Yeah, actually, why would you say?
Yeah, like what was that for?
We'll make this slow for you guys. He tries to come in with this, like he's teaching us something that we don't know. Like we're not seeing this. Everything you said, we get it. We understand you have to give it time, but we're seeing problems that can't. Like you said the thing with Kemba and Fournier, right? That every time they score, what was it, 17 or what? It's a good record,
18
right?
points. At least 18 points.
But if you did multivariate analysis, there are a lot of factors that go into that, right? So obviously, Kemba Walker can't create really for himself, right? Like he is very screen dependent, right? So there are going to be games where what he scored the game before last, 5 points.
Yeah, he hasn't scored well for the last 2 games.
No, that was Evan Fournier scored 5 points and then 4 before that. Sorry about that, but Kemba scored something trash, right? So the thing about saying like when these guys score, whatever, but the thing that goes into when these guys score is that they can't create. And when you play teams with guards that can defend, or they can just throw athletic guards, even if they're not good players, just throw them at Kemba, throw them at Fournier. Those guys struggle. Fournier disappears. And the issues about chemistry and all that stuff, Kemba and Fournier played with the Celtics. They played together in the Celtics. Right?
But they didn't play together with the Knicks.
Yeah, but
they didn't play together with the Knicks. If you're going to bring up the Celtics, hold on. If you're going to bring up the Celtics, they both struggled with the Celtics. So what are we talking about?
No, they didn't struggle.
I'm tired. I am tired.
CP, he didn't struggle. They didn't struggle with them.
That might then, if you're saying that, then doesn't
that's not true.
Fournier averaged 14 and 15 points on high efficient. Like he was scoring.
Wait. Please go look at their first games together. I'm not talking about the whole year. The first games with the Celtics, they struggled. It's a chemistry thing. They have to get into the gym, learn each other, and freaking figure it out. It's only been 10 games. I remember when Fournier scored 0 points, right, for the Celtics. And people like, oh, what did they trade him for? Oh, this and that, so forth and so on. I remember that.
They traded him for 2 second-round picks. Oh, it wasn't really like it wasn't anything crazy.
Please give me Fournier's. Go look at Fournier's first. Let's say 10 games with the Celtics and give me a number. And I'll be when you're done. When I'm done with my soliloquy, then you can tell me the numbers. But anyway,
I go ahead.
Getting back. It's going to take some time. Like there's mental mistakes that are going on with this team. And getting back to my point, scoring 18 points per game, which is their average, what they had last year, right? With the respective teams, is not that difficult. All they got to score is 6 points, each half, right? And get them on a foul line. Maybe get to the line.
That's not easy.
3 times.
Yeah,
bro. Kemba Walker cannot get to the.
Yeah, Kemba can't really get.
His foul throw rate is at what 12%. He literally cannot create space even when he gets screens unless the defender is like a step slow and doesn't recover. We're talking about score 6 points here and there. Kemba really is a nothing. And here's the thing, though. You're still the way that Kemba played with the Celtics, especially when he got close to the playoffs or like in the playoffs, whatever. He missed the last 2 games. They were playing him off the ball. We're playing Kemba a lot on the ball, and we're not getting. Look, he's had a game of 19 points, 17 points here. He had some so-called solid.
Yeah, he had 4 good games.
But it was largely off the screens, bro. Like he's very.
So let me ask you something. Is that a physical thing or is that a coaching thing that could be
physical?
Corrected?
That's a physical.
His knee is done. Hold on.
He was doing that. He was doing that on the. He was kind of doing that on the Celtics. He doesn't go into the paint as much anymore. He's depending on that screen.
Now, Fournier, you have a point. Someone just said it too about Fournier. He's more of a guy. Bruce Mose said Evan Fournier is a team player.
Yeah, he's
no ball movement. I agree with you. I think Evan Fournier offensively will be fine. I'm not really concerned about it. But Kemba is a thing of you're trying to put the ball in his hands, and he can't create. Like how many times you've seen it in the game before last? He's dribbling up top. He calls for a screen. He can't get past it. Then he resets, and we got 9 seconds left on the shot clock to try to do something. Kemba,
Who's usually setting the screens? Let me ask you something. Who is setting the screens for him?
Mitch. He's in the starting lineup.
And Mitch is a trash screen setter. Let's keep it real. The only good screen setter that we got is Taj.
Okay.
My twin brother, Taj.
That is a brother.
Okay, and he is injured. When he is in the game, you know what I'm saying? He is injured. I ain't playing tonight. You know
okay,
what I mean?
He's questionable. He's questionable.
So CP, why is it that? And I don't disagree with you. But RJ uses screens from Mitch. Why is that working? Because RJ can at least move like RJ's not the fastest or quickest, but Kemba, that explosiveness is, bro. Have you seen him try to make a layup in quasi traffic? It's bad. He gets
he gets packed up.
I don't think it's as bad as you're painting it. No pun intended. I don't think it's as bad as you're painting it.
There's a reason.
He threw up a layup and it even hit like the rubber part of the backboard, bro. Like he doesn't have the
CP, just look at him off a pick. He usually just picks and pops right away. He doesn't create offense after it. He doesn't create offense or initiate offense after that pick. He usually just shoots after that. And for you asked about the Evan Fournier thing. Don't say the C word, but he was in protocols, so I'm gonna tell you when he was in protocols. But I mean, he started off his first game with 0 for 10. He had a bad game his first game. Then he had 6 because he didn't shoot that much. Then he had 23, 17, and then he was out for for 8 games with protocols. Then he came back and scored 2 points, 0 points. But that's because of protocol, so I'm not gonna say that for like the actual play. And then he had like 5 games where he didn't do good, and then he had a good streak after he dropped 21, 18, 17, 30, 20, 15, 18.
I think my point was made.
That's why
my
honestly,
point was made.
That's why I feel like Kimba's better off coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do that as soon as he came here because that's a hometown boy. But far as you know what I'm saying, the best thing for the team is put Kimba against, you know what I'm saying, second caliber guys. You know what I'm saying? Let D Rose be the starter. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a burst like he used to have no more. He don't have a lift like he used to have no more. You know what I'm saying? And we're not condoning him for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, his body. But another reason why he came over to the Knicks besides coming over here is because he wanted to be with D Rose. So he could have experience with somebody that had issues with their knees and be able to learn and figure out how you played through them things. How did you get to where you at right now? You know what I'm saying? So that's brotherly love right there as far as, you know, Kimba and Derrick Rose. And plus they know one another from high school. So he can help him, you know what I'm saying, strengthen his legs, strengthen his knees so he can finish his career. But the best thing for us really is to have Kimba come off the bench. Maybe he'll be more conservative, you know what I'm saying, for the team, you know what I'm saying, coming off the bench against a second level of players, you know what I'm saying, instead of starters. Because Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying, he got all phases of the game. He got the long range, the mid range, the left hand, the right hand, and he can get to the rack, left or right. And if that ain't working, he can create and dish passes. When Kimba's in the game, we shooting more trades. Since Derrick Rose been in that lineup, now we getting more and more shots inside the lane, and that's what we need instead of shooting so many trades all the time. But trades don't work every night, you know what I'm saying? But getting into that paint and getting buckets, look how many times we don't got teams in foul trouble with Derrick Rose out there. That where's 7-8 minutes left in the quarter, we shooting free throws. That's good penetration. That's what I want to see. Get to that rack, get to that cup.
Go ahead.
I
agree with that, J Boogie. The only thing I don't agree with, we gotta start IQ. We just gotta give him that chance. I feel like IQ. What are you talking about, CP? IQ started.
Wait, CP, let him go.
Go ahead. I ain't say nothing. But shake my head. Go ahead.
I think we need to give him a chance. Like he's been showing that he's been trying to like play make and not be just a shoot first player. Like I think 12-5 yesterday. I don't know. I feel like, you know, in summer league, he's also been getting some reps. I feel like his defense has improved markedly. I love what he's doing on the defensive end.
You gotta,
we gotta give him that chance. I feel.
I want to add on from you because I was gonna kind of say the thing like, I personally don't like when D Rose starts, just in my personal opinion, because I just feel like the offense just goes back to what it was last year. I don't really like that, but the thing I also think about is on the bench, you got Kemba and IQ coming out together, and I feel like they're too similar of a player just because they don't go into the rack as much, and it just ruins it. So the only actual thing to do with that would be to start IQ because D Rose and Kemba could differ because they do two different things. D Rose doesn't just pull up; he doesn't go off the pick to shoot. So that would be like the thing I think about. That's why I don't like D Rose starting personally. I just feel like I don't know. I just don't like the way they play. When he starts, it just messes me up.
I'm fine with that. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? IQ getting key. I don't mind. I just know personally, looking at us, we are the only team in the league where our point guard can't beat you off the dribble and go all the way to the rack.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's horrible.
So when trays ain't falling, you got to be able to create, man. And we don't have that when Kimba, and it's not as his fault. It's just, you know, his health doesn't allow him to do that anymore.
I just want to know, right, if IQ is not doing good point guard duties against a second unit, how is he going to do that in a starter's role?
I mean, you have Burks.
What evidence in these 10 games has shown that he is? Well, last night he had a great game, and I will give it to him. His defense is looking really great. Like he's like, you know, denying passes and all that stuff. He's getting in the lane. He's looking great defensively. I see it. But I've been saying this since last year. The kid has to be the kid. I said it in my video. Subscribe to CP.
Yeah, make sure to check out his video. He got 2 now, I think.
Anyway, right, but listen, I've been saying, let IQ be IQ. Let the kid have fun. Let him do his freaking whatever he wants to do, because once he's free and once he's like not even thinking, the kid could drop 30 on you. You know what I mean? He got to be that 6th man off the bench, like a Lou Williams type, was like he has no conscience. Just let him go. Just let him do his thing. It's facilities.
Be that guy?
Because that's in his DNA, man.
Wait, no.
That's who he is.
Why is it that a good 3-point shooting point guard with good handles and the ability to make a floater not thought of as a point guard? Why are we limiting him in the beginning of his career to that role? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I feel like we should.
I'll give you an example. Ricky Rubio was always known as a facilitator, right? He was a terrible shooter. But all of a sudden, as soon as he plays against the Knicks, he's dropping 37 points on us. It takes time to get these point guard skills and whatever. He's only in his 2nd year. So the thing is that will come in time. But the thing is that we can't make we had Mitch for what, 4 years now. We still haven't seen him shoot anything past 2 feet. Still, that would be nice. Wait, time out. That would be nice. It would open up a whole lot of things if he was able just to shoot a freaking 10-foot shot. It would open up a whole lot of things. But we don't make him, like what you're saying, into what he is. But we would like to.
So can I ask you a question?
My thing is.
Oh, I know you finished. I apologize. No. My bad. I know you finished. My bad.
Yeah. So my point is that we accept Mitch for who he is. Would we like more? Yes, we would like more. Would we like our girl to lose a couple of pounds? Yes, we would. You know, maybe she needs to gain a couple of pounds. But sometimes you gotta love them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But here's the thing, though, right? Tom Thibodeau, this guy's stupid, man. Tom Thibodeau, he wasn't
put that art form on him, man.
They're just speaking the gospel.
CP though, Tom Thibodeau does not need these prototypical point guards. He doesn't operate with prototypical point guards. So you have IQ in there. Randle's gonna have the ball in his hands a lot anyway, right? IQ can play in the pick and roll. He can't really beat his man to the basket yet unless he's catching it and then driving off the catch. But that's another weapon that Kemba, he can exploit off of Kemba. And you have him as a shooter. And granted, his shooter's been abysmal this season. You're expecting that to pick up. But in that starting line, he's going to give you the backcourt defense that Fournier can't give you. He's going to take a lot more pressure off of Mitchell, still trying to get healthy. Randle, who we know can get lazy. RJ, who's going to have the best wings and doesn't maybe have to help out as much. So helps you on the defensive end and on, like I said, on the offensive end. What are you missing that? All right, if IQ can shoot, say he gets a shooting back, right? What does Kemba do so much more better than IQ outside of maybe hit the mid-range off the screens?
What does Kemba do more than IQ? A lot of things. He can hit the mid-range. He's a better finisher at the rim.
Really? No, he's not.
He don't even finish.
Yes, he is.
He doesn't even get.
I brought this up on Saturday. They actually had they both. First of all, IQ's floaters I think are better at the rim than what Kemba's laying up now. I can read you the numbers.
As bad as it's been, it's still better somehow.
Kemba at the rim this year has not been good, and he doesn't attempt really many shots at the rim. He did the same or closer. Well, actually, no. Last season he didn't attempt a lot, but he shot 68 or something like that at the rim, which is good. But this year he's not been good at the rim.
Time out. How is this topic on Kemba when he didn't even play last night? That's what I want to know. Maybe I'm late or something like that because we got busted.
No, you were talking about the point guard situation.
We got busted with the point guard situation.
Yeah, the rotation for like the starting and not starting because yeah.
I'm gonna give it till Christmas. That's all I'm saying. Y'all could, y'all could do your Knicks thing, Knicks fan thing, and
overreact,
overreact and cry over, whatever. I don't respectfully, but I'm gonna wait till Christmas. I'm gonna wait till Christmas.
I'm gonna tell you one major stat. What's a really major stat that Quickly has over Derrick Rose, over Kimba, and this is a major stat. On the defensive end,
yes.
Pay attention to how much time is left on the offensive team's shot clock with IQ in the game compared to Kimba in the game or D Rose on the game. Every time the point guard is bringing the ball up on court, it's almost 6-7 seconds, almost a violation. He's putting on the ball backcourt defense on you. You know what I'm saying?
ASAP.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about last night. I'm not talking about last night.
Is that every game?
He was in desperate mode. He does that every single game. And that's what we need. We need somebody that's going to get all the way up in your shorts, you know what I'm saying, and want to smell your body all the way from when you get the ball in down, all the way up top. No homo, no homo. No homo. But for real, I need to be up in your jersey. I need to be up in your stomach. I need to be in your mid-range. I need to be touching. I need to be forcing you to figure out you need to get the ball out your hand and make somebody else run the rest of y'all offensive set. And that's what Quickly brings to the table, man. For real, man. But y'all guys try to laugh and twist what I'm saying. Star Trek. I don't seen the big ears come out on Spark and everything.
It was powerful, but we're immature. So it's like anytime.
Yo, Boost Mobile is.
Y'all guys ain't no immature, man. Stop that, man.
Boost Mobile said Randle's the new face of the crying emoji. Take the crown from Brown. Yeah, no.
But you're right. If you go back to the like outside of yesterday, go look at how he was playing in that Raptors game.
He did that last year too.
Yeah, like IQ. I said it on. I know I said on Twitter. I don't want to say he's gonna be elite because I kind of maybe overreacted, but I think he might be one of say the top 15 perimeter defenders in the league, maybe in the next few seasons. Because he moves well laterally. He closes out space, and like you say, he's picking up guys 3/4 length of the court. When you go watch when Kemba's out there, Kemba's picking up half court. And these guys are already thinking about, all right, I'm about to get this screen right on Kemba, bring it, or like Brogdon did, just drive to Kemba's left and just get right past him. We don't have anybody pick him up. And like you said, Kemba, one thing IQ does too is that he cuts off part of the court. Even when these guys be driving through the center of the, like trying to drive the center, he's literally guiding them to one area. So even if they want to go to say they're right, they got to go all the way to the left and then possibly reset. I don't see a lot of guys crossing over IQ to get to the right or, you know what I mean? IQ, I think he's going to be one of the better defenders in the league. I'm telling you, he's probably going to start. I come from CP. I get the whole 20 game thing. I'd rather start it now and just get Kemba into that role because Kemba last season with the Celtics, I know Danny Ainge, people see him as an a-hole, but I thought that Danny Ainge, what he was trying to do for him, 2 years ago, when he created the plan for him to like kind of rehab the knee and come back slowly, Kemba kind of threw a fit about it and it kind of messed up things. I don't want Kemba to be like, I don't want to start coming out or the leaks that Kemba doesn't feel appreciated because he's not starting any longer. I try to get that right now when the team is kind of not doing so great. I know we're 5-4, whatever we are. I'd rather get it out now and just put him in that, we're going to put you in a game for 20, 25 minutes, and I just need you to score off the ball. And just
for 6-4.
I'm sorry, 6-4. I apologize. My bad. I got it way wrong.
Another thing is that IQ's wingspan, people don't really talk about this. Is 6'10". He has a 6'10" wingspan. That's
he got them drum arms.
He actually
reminds you of like Frank Ntilikina kind of.
Oh, he's very handsy too.
Oh, why?
And Legion, stop twisting everything, Legion. The twister.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Quickly did some Frank Ntilikina things last night.
No, why?
I was like, oh,
you might become a fan of him because you love Frank so much. You might start becoming a fan of IQ soon.
I'm sorry. Why do y'all do? Hold on. CP, you just like Chuck. You're better than Chuck. But y'all
I know I know I'm better than Chuck.
Why do y'all do this? Y'all don't like young players. Like y'all don't like young.
That's not true. That's not true at all. How that? If that was true, I wouldn't like Frank Ntilikina. I wouldn't root for Knox. I wouldn't root for Grimes. I wouldn't root for Mitch. I wouldn't root for OB. Right, I just don't like. I don't like his haircut. I don't like.
What about
he didn't even say orange.
Oh yeah.
He look like Dirty Red. What time my office over?
Oh, man, I drew. Come on, I drew RJ last year. You know what I mean? I drew RJ last year. No, it's just that like when I used to play, I hated guys who just went for their own shot. I hated playing with those. So I guess it's trauma. It's trauma. I just hate people that I didn't like if you watch the video. I explained the differences between, like how I felt about Alonzo Trier and IQ. For the record, I didn't like both of them when I didn't like Trier when he played. I just don't like
this
golfers.
Dude. CP, no, he ain't gonna. This dude is an evil dude, son. I swear on Twitter, he was going through wars.
Bro, he was going crazy.
Alonzo Trier was so-called better than IQ. And IQ is at least trying to be more of a facilitator than Alonzo.
Yeah, IQ is better all around.
Trier, I will say this: Trier, I think he got badly maligned because and there are some games I'm like he actually did try to do the wraparounds to Mitch, and Mitch would just fumble the ball. He did try. I think IQ's making more of a concerted effort, and there's a reason. Obviously, IQ just got drafted last season, but there's a reason why Trier's not in the league no more, and it's not because of talent. It might be because his attitude and IQ. Say what you want. IQ has the teacher's pet mentality.
Y'all need to subscribe to my channel because I answered all those questions.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
That's you, salute, bro.
Every single one of them. Well, anyway, all right. Spoiler alert: he's not in the league because he wants a multi-year deal. Him and his agent cannot get a multi-year deal because teams only offer him one-year deals. That's the reason why he's not in the league.
That speaks to your attitude. He has a lack of perspective, and that's very.
He was also trash in the G League too.
He's not playing anywhere right now.
Come on, CP, stop.
He was also like known as one of the top prospects when he was a kid.
First of all,
like
hold on, Hadouken. All right, look. You don't spell capitalism without the C or the P. Get your money. I never blame. Look, get your money. I'm sorry. Look, anything can happen to you in this league. You know what I'm saying? You better get your money. So if his agent believes, hey, my client did this his rookie year and so forth and so on, hey, give us something substantial. I think at least Frank Ntilikina got a 2-year with a player option. I think that's what he got. So what is
Frank was drafted?
Alonzo Trier? No, with the Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
With Dallas, right? So what could he get? You know what I mean? So it's all about look, I'm a capitalist. Go get your money. I don't blame nobody for not getting your money.
By the way, wait, real quick. Thibodeau says Kemba Walker is playing in Netherlands and Mitchell are game time decisions. Just about the game, because we didn't even talk about that game yet, but we'll like.
When you talk about capitalism, is also supply and demand. If you're not in demand, people aren't going to be coming to try to pay for you, right? Hold up, there's an Alonzo Trier born in every draft. Alonzo Trier. We're not talking about Jordan. We're not talking about AD. We're not talking about the guys like he wants to get paid multi. Like we're not talking about when Shaq got almost lowballed by the Magic. We didn't want to give him the max, and so he went over to the Lakers. We're talking about a guy, Alonzo Trier, who put up decent numbers for a team that was losing. So it wasn't as if his production was carrying a team to this upper echelon of in the Eastern Conference. It was a guy who's putting up numbers, decent ISO numbers, especially his rookie year, and he wants a multi-year contract, bro. Here's the thing about capitalism: you take the lower deal now to prove that you are that dude. And you come back, back next year when you have leverage, which is important in capitalism, and you get paid when you produce. That's the dumb. Why would you be trying to get come on, bro? Like that. Go ahead.
Sir. First of all, there's no leverage in capitalism. You're talking about socialism, probably, where everything is fair.
Well, I literally.
Let me finish.
I work in the leverage home market. It's definitely leverage.
Let me finish. Okay, let me ask you something. One thing about capitalism is where the rich, we eat the poor. So what is the leverage for the poor? If there's a commodity, right, that everybody wants, I could just raise the price on it, right? So I get what you're saying, but my thing is this: he has to look out for himself. And okay, you're right, Gmo. If he has no leverage, right? If he has no leverage, he can't ask for what he wants. I get your point, but there's nothing wrong with not asking for it. You know how you ask for $10,000 by just asking for it. And I will not begrudge any man or woman for not asking for what they feel that they are worth. And if wait. Now, if the NBA doesn't want to give it to him, he could go to the G League, or he could do a Stephon Marbury. He could go overseas and hopefully get that in the long term and maybe come back to the league.
I agree with you in that sense, but I think sometimes you need perspective. Not you, but these players need perspective. Because sometimes you're not as good as you think you are. You play ball.
Yeah, like Schroeder. Like Schroeder said, "Oh, I'm worth 120 million." He didn't get that. I agree with you. The leverage.
Trier is talented. I agree. I don't dislike Trier whatsoever. I actually like his talent. I just feel like I think he might have, and if you know them, I'm not issuing him. He might have some bad advice around him. Right, things change in the NBA. Look at your boy Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne thought he was that dude. Had to go to China. Performance. I think he just got I might be getting this wrong. He got a 1-year deal from the Suns this past summer.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing too. Players set the market, right? If you are what's that guy? Christian Wood, right? His trajectory. He was on 5 teams, 5 years,
undrafted.
Whatever, and undrafted. Okay, now he showed his potential. Then he ended up getting a multi-year deal with Houston. Right now, if I'm a player and I'm in a similar situation, I'm like, hey, he got that. I deserve that. Look at Mitch. Let's keep it on the Knicks. Mitch might be like, you gave Noel this much. I'm starting. I'm younger than him. Do this, I do that. I want something equal.
I don't disagree with that, but also remember this too. The mark is going to come in for Mitch, where Mitch, because of who you have, the top player center is going to be Valanciunas this season, right? So he's probably going to get his last payday or decent sized payday.
No, Valanciunas just got paid already. They extended him.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Pelicans extended him already.
Oh, wow. So I don't even know who the other centers are. So Mitch is still producing, and he might get a bag bigger than what. Like, you have to be on the court and be playing, right? I just feel like if Trier is just, I don't know. I just think that IQ because he plays with his pet perfectly. He does what Tom Thibodeau wants him to do, even if it's not the prettiest at times, whatever. Even though I think his defense.
And also, Gmo, right? If you're a team and you want to get a player for pennies on the dollar, of course you're going to do that to make your owner happy. Hey, look, I got this production from this dude, and I saved you X amount of money. So my thing is like, yeah, we could talk quote unquote leverage, but it's a dirty business too.
It's
they're not looking to give these black men a favor. No matter what they did.
But okay. Are you paying Trier a multi-year deal?
Yes, I would. I believe he has that much talent.
What team is gonna do that?
Okay, what's the number you're throwing at him?
The vet minimum.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of a player that is kind of equal to him right now.
Is he getting more than Frank?
Heck yeah, he got to get more than Frank because he can do more than Frank.
No, he can't.
And I love Frank. He could score, man. The kid could score.
You know Trier, bro. You're friends with Trier.
We're actually born. We're born 20 years apart. 20 years apart.
No, I mean you're cool with him. No, you can still be cool with him. You know.
I'm objective. I just look at things from an objective standpoint. I'm not like you Knicks fans. Well, you put your emotions and everything.
Wow. Yo, you know what?
Guys got like you Knicks fans. Like you Knicks fans.
He didn't want to talk about that. He just want to basically ish on us like he was in the chat. That's the only reason why he came up here. It's been 80% sports, 20% basketball. That's the only reason I came over here. He's talking about Alonzo.
After this last thing, we're gonna go to the Philly game.
Oh,
unless you guys are done.
No, I'm done. Yeah. Please.
All right. We're gonna go against Philly tonight, 7 p.m. in an hour and a half. Tip-off is gonna happen. They don't have Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid is out for protocols. He was gonna rest either way, but he's out for at least 10 days. Danny Green, I'm pretty sure is questionable, and Matisse Thybulle isn't playing. So I don't even know what their starting lineup is gonna be. It's probably gonna be Maxey, Seth Curry, Korkmaz, Andre Drummond, Niang. I don't know. They don't really have.
They didn't know. So last game they started
Reed, right? Paul Reed. Paul Reed.
Milton.
He's not bad. He won I think MVP in the G League last season.
He had 10 points last game.
Yeah. CT said a 15-point win. Yeah, Paul Reed. Paul Reed is he's solid. He's not bad, but he doesn't obviously get PT. But we're gonna go against them. I just feel like this game we were okay. So the only person that was missing the game we played them, obviously Simmons, and they're still like going on with Simmons. Whatever is happening is happening. And they didn't have Shake Milton the game we played them. That was the main person that was only missing. And after he came back, and just after the game they lost to us, they went on a win streak, and they're number 1 in the East right now. So they're still cooking. And when like the loss we gave them, we were up by 30 at one point. We were legit up by 30. The game ended us winning by 14 points, but we were up 30. We had a big lead. I feel like there's legit no reason we should lose tonight. The only way we lose tonight is if someone drops like 50. Like that's the only way we should lose tonight. And I'm not trying to have another career high going on tonight.
Max. You know, Furkan scored 30 the other game, right?
Yeah, he was going off against the Bulls.
We're playing in Philly, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are playing in Philly.
That's why nobody drops 50 tonight. Because in the garden, somebody might go crazy.
Yeah, in the garden.
I mean, I ain't seen that right there happen last night
against the Garden.
I ain't seen that type of performance from a bum since Sedell 3.
Did y'all hear what Gilbert Arenas said about the Knicks fans? I said, golly, there's got to be a deep dive into this.
Wait, I heard something. I heard a part of it. Hinton sent it to me and Guillermo. I forgot what he said though, but I remember
I didn't hear it
on his podcast.
Okay, all right. This is what he said. He said, everybody knew when you go to the Garden that as soon as you go up by 15 points, the Garden is dead. And that gives players more energy. So it goes from them rooting and they cut you out and so forth and so on. You go up 15, they are gone. Then they start booing the team. Then you're like, yo, I got this. And then the team, you could literally see Knicks players not playing anymore.
I agree with you.
Because
I seen that the last few games.
Oh my God, that is so true.
The car is too.
The booing thing, not anymore, but the silent thing, like last game when we were down, I did not hear a single word. I did not hear anything.
Comes from the upper deck, man. Like if you sit because I've sat in upper decks and I'm like, yo, I'm at putrid games. Like I told you, the LeBron game I'm at, he mollywopped us, even played the fourth quarter, and people in the upper deck were still going crazy about people because there's a lot of business seats, a lot of internet. So it's just like they don't get, like you said it perfect. And we talked about this at one of the games you pointed, not me, somebody pointed this out. I was like, yo, bro, we're up by whatever we're up by. And it was just like dead. That's an excellent point, man. We have I don't know. I'm not trying to issue on the fans, man, but I don't feel like that 90s feels to the game. I don't know, bro.
I can't stand it. I'm so anti-Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I swear.
I don't think we're that bad. We're not.
We are that. What are you talking about?
We're a smidge better than like the Midwest type of teams, like the India, like these teams that kind of like you watch a
But
Warriors
I understand why. I understand. Look, I understand why Knicks fans are that way. They live in New York. You are like, yo, when I'm
listen, I don't know.
It is. No. Look up. Time out. I left Jersey. when I was 31 years old. Came to Atlanta and I had to adjust. So that was like 15 up in here. It was like, golly, I didn't realize I had to calm down, right? So when you live on top of people in the tri-state area, right? You go through the traffic, you go with people speaking a freaking mind at you. You go with like threats of being shot and your baby mama cheating on you with your cousin Ray Ray. You start to have anger issues.
You got a whole plot story behind it.
Hold on, and the price of rent is so high. Everything is high, right? $1,500 for a 13-inch room, right? And it's like you are angry. So you paid your ticket, your $300 ticket, just to see your team suck. You're gonna start throwing bottles. You're gonna start being pissed because you ain't happy. New York is unhappy. The tri-state area is just unhappy. That's why there's so many murders going on.
The CP, the fans they bring in, and again, New York is being hated by a lot of like outsiders who are not New York, who try to act New York, and so like it's not, yo, bro. If you bring in the real people of New York and put them in Knicks games, the Garden would be a freaking. It would be scary to play in the Garden. If you had the everyday working play, and I'm not saying obviously you have to make your money, but if you make a good point where the average working person who just came back from a 12-hour shift or whatever, it's like, yo, I got these Knicks tickets. Old
good, Pierre Moise.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, Gmo, you know what you would have? You have a Travis Scott concert. That's what you would have.
Oh, stop. Okay, let's not get into this.
So Duke, bro.
Yeah, no, give it a second.
Hey, Gmo, man, grab me some tickets for the game tomorrow, man. I'll come up there tomorrow. I'll come up there first thing in the morning, man.
This guy.
Yo, I need to go to a game too, bro. I need to go.
They keep raising the prices.
Kentucky and Duke, Kansas and Michigan.
Oh, you going to the Kentucky and Duke one? That's tomorrow.
Grab me some tickets, man.
Kentucky.
Yeah, they're playing at MSG. I don't know. Is it tomorrow? It is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Michigan State and Kansas.
That's gonna be a good. I actually need to watch that game. I need to remember to watch that game. But real quick, shout out to everyone that's watching. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. Check out Guillermo. Check out CP. You already know J Boogie is gonna come out with a new thing with Cully. They're gonna have something dropping soon. Do you have any information when?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Too bad y'all can't hear that mug. It's done. Oh my God. Ooh wee.
Okay.
Oh my God. Ooh wee.
You know we're gonna play that here 100%.
I got my man Papa Left on there too. Oh my God. Ooh wee.
We definitely gonna check that out. Let me shout out some people in the chat. Pierre Moise, salute. I hope everything is good. Eli M, Andy N, yeah, basically everyone else that joined right now. Shout out to everyone that's watching. Oh yeah, PHCZA. Shout out to you too. I mean the main basis of the game tonight. They're 8-2. We're 6-4. I need to see. I think they're on a win streak still. They're on a 6-game win streak. We're the ones that gave them their second L. And we're the ones that are going to give them their third L, hopefully, tonight. If we win this game tonight, we go up to 7-4. Cleveland is 7-4. The Bulls play the Nets tonight. So that's going to be another type of thing.
Question. If Kimba balls out, does he get an apology?
What apology?
No.
I mean, it's not. Wait, what apology, though? Because we're not saying he's trash. We're not saying he's trash, but he gotta offensively score to like neglect the defensive end. Yeah, he's fine if he does.
Yeah, because if you jump out the window for his bad games, will you jump out the window for doing something good?
You were here before these not last game, but the last two before that he had bad games, but before that he had 4 good in a row. And we said nothing but good things, except his defense is always going to be a problem no matter what. And that's always going to be a negative side for the points allowed on and off the court. Guillermo did a show about this I think it was 2 days ago, and he showed the stats of Kemba on and off the court, and it's just insane. It's just it's terrible, bro. It's terrible. You could just see the difference. It's just bad. Shout out to Queens Court. Salute. They just had I think Andy was there too.
Is Steph in the building? Is she in the chat?
Yeah. Make sure you check them out too.
Yeah, she's always in the building, man. That's our Lauren Hill of the podcasters, man. Shout out to the first lady.
CP, yeah. CP is still now, so
what? You can't give a queen of respect? She's a queen, man. She's our Lauren Hill, bro. Lauren Hill.
Let me be honest with you. If Kimber balls out tonight, you know what I'm saying, that go to show that that rest that he got, it was needed. You know what I'm saying? So that means he was getting worn down a little bit. So, to me, that's not a good or bad thing, but you know what I'm saying? I weigh both sides of the table far as with it, as far as him needing the rest, and far as, what is it going to do? Is it's going to motivate him and give him the, the strength? Because he was getting tired over the first 10-game stretch. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be motivated? His legs, strength, everything back up under him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
this game is basically handle your business. Because if you lose, that'll be bad. If you win, you really can't hype it up because they're missing Embiid, they're missing, they're missing Ben Simmons.
You can't hype it up. I already told you, we lose tonight. I don't even look for me for a month.
Oh, I said the same thing. I'm deactivating Twitter. I'm deactivating everything.
You gotta come on. You got a podcast. You gotta come on.
No, I'm just deactivating Twitter. I'm not gonna be able to look at that though. I'm gonna have to move away from that because.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Be a man.
Yeah, that's Guillermo. He just don't got his cam on.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't got my key. Can we retire Bing Bong, please? Please.
I've been wanting to retire. I only liked it for the first few games.
Yeah, the first few times. And when I heard Mike Green say it, I said, "Oh."
Yeah, it sounded so weird. It was like Bing Bong. It was just bad, bro. The sound on MSG, they literally have the actual thing. It sounds bad. I don't like it. David Parker was good, bro. But real quick, I don't even remember. What did I say that? Oh, someone was asking a question.
What? Odell going to the Jets? What?
Hey!
No way.
See, I just wanted to mess with y'all Jets.
He's trolling you, bro.
See, I told you I was gonna get you back, Gamble. I told you.
I know he was trolling
but that's messed up, man. That's messed up.
Yo, that was so good because I looked at
that was the worst April,
and I didn't see it at all.
November Fools. Don't stab your beard.
Bro, he caught everyone's neck, bro. He caught everyone's neck. There's no way he's going to the Jets. He's not going to the Giants. He's going to the contender, bro. There's no way.
He's coming home, baby.
Hit that like button for the Jets, man. Hit the like button.
And the Giants, because New York is struggling in their football scene, but the basketball scene is looking good. Chuck Allen, salute. David Parker was good.
Thank God that didn't catch. My camera's not on, man.
Yo, what's good to Ethan, mother? Salute, Ethan. What's up?
Oh my God.
My man was like this.
It still would not help the Jets.
And a good thing, you can always go back and watch the tape.
Yes, Queen, it's me.
Oh, that is.
Oh man,
bro, your next just got. Oh, that was bad, bro.
Yo, that was evil, man.
No, that was funny. But someone in the chat asked. He said, "Kemba, where is it?" He said, "Where's that?" Oh, I missed it. I need to scroll up a little because they asked a question about Kemba. Would you guys take the Kemba signing back? If we can go back in time, I think that was 2018, 2019. The season that he said I think that's the season he said if KD joined, that he would have came.
New York would have lost their mind if he'd have signed then.
Yeah, he would have been fine to just sign that year because that he was going off in Charlotte, even though he's never been a high shooting, his shooting was never a good volume. He would have been good for us.
I thought he played really good that first year in Boston with Tatum and
yeah, but the injuries just killed him.
Yeah,
it's sad because so many people's careers just getting killed by injury. Look at Zion right now, his injury. You hope that he could you hope he could get back healthy and in shape because he's it's sad to see.
It's just way too familiar of a thing.
Bing Bong is cringe. Yeah.
We get a player that's been great in their career. Like,
yo,
like
why did you do
kind of
that?
like at the end of his prime, and like T-Mac, we got T-Mac, we got Penny Hardaway,
Yo, they
Emma Walker now. It's just like it's just annoying, man.
I'm sorry, man. These comments are trash, man.
Bro, they're all.
I didn't even see
it. Like, yo, JJ. Yo, they said, y'all not
let me ask Hadouken.
I'm a Jeff fan too. He got me.
We're traumatized.
The NBK episode I was on, right? Where literally I talked about, we should have gotten Rubio when he came off of the Suns, right? Because Andy's having a comment saying that I'm backtracking.
He said, I see. Yeah. No, Andy, he did say, he said it in his own show with Sim. It was right before the deadline in last year, the trade deadline. He said it. They had a whole argument. It was like, I don't know how you missed it. They had a long argument.
Sim wanted Peyton. He's the one that said Peyton was, Peyton is. Oh my God.
Peyton is somehow actually playing like decent minutes right now for the.
You know what though? When you play in a championship, when you play in a contender, you up like to get if you're gonna get minutes, you up your game. Like even
bro, he's not forcing shots. Like I'm watching him and he looks like different because he's actually like he's not like you see when he was with us, he wouldn't pass it at all and he would look people off. He's actually just because he knows his place. Like he's just passing. He's meant for the bench. Never should have been a starter. Like all these guys, bro. Never should be starters.
Yeah, but we have to look at environment, playing, in a different system. You know what I'm saying? Like, GMO, he'll point out things, that Thibs is doing wrong. If he was a coach, he would have a different system. So the thing is that when you go to a new environment, you do new things and you become a new person. It's just like when I moved to Atlanta, I became a new man.
This always
this dude.
He always brings it
back.
Like hey, look. When you come to Atlanta, right? Your past is gone. Whomever you was before, you recreate yourself today.
Peyton was actually.
Who do you think is gonna ball out tonight? Who do you think is gonna be a star? Like
Tyrese, Seth Curry, 100%. I think Seth Curry's gonna have like 20-something. Seth Curry has been so good this season and last season. Yeah, I still say Dallas is so stupid for trading him for Josh Richardson.
Sorry
he was so good for the Mavs.
Hadouken, sorry to cut you off. They just came out. They said Nozawell is available, but Mitch Robinson is out. Hip flexor.
I'm fine with that.
Bro. 100 Drum is getting 30.
That's not good though. He's starting to put because of that foot. He's probably putting pressure in other places.
I'm fine with it. It's because you remember when that's how Sexton tore his meniscus. They both fell on each other. And he hurt his hip, and it was already like hurt the last few games. So that's probably how he got injured. But I'm fine with that because Embiid's not playing. So I mean, Noel, Drummond, Taj is gonna play. You're gonna see OB and Randle together.
But what if they play? Because remember, Drummond abused Mitch. If they go to that, let's try to get Mitch out the game. Mitch is out.
No, but Mitch isn't playing. Did he kill? I'm pretty sure he killed Mitch. Did he also kill Noel? Because I know he always used to kill Mitch.
I could kill Noel.
Not in that way, but yeah.
He did hurt Noel.
Taj is available too. He's not. He's not injured.
I hope Taj really, after our last game, went inside that locker and just went off on everybody. Taj is like our vocal type guy. That's the only guy we got that's vocal. And I hope he went in that locker room and aired everybody all the way out about how they're playing so they can have some fire to come out here. Because this right here, it's nowhere in the world we lose this game tonight. We're not supposed to lose.
I don't know how I would even be able to show my face. Like I would need to in general, but I don't know how I would show my face anywhere. Like seeing that after last game, like no.
And
was good, coach.
They're gonna say that bing bong crap.
That Bing Bong thing is so like Black Mamba said, he's a Magic fan that I saw on Twitter, and then he like started watching everyone's show. So shout out to him. But he said that it's cringe, and it is cringe, bro. So I don't like it. Bad.
I'm going in the booth tonight. I'm getting ready to do bong bing. I'm ready to do that. Bong bing.
Yeah. CP say out of pocket.
The whole thing and go bong bing.
They're gonna turn that bing bong. Oh, now I say bong bing.
Drummond put 32 and 23 on Mitch, bro. I remember that. like it just shows that like I know people were so high on Drummond, but Drummond to me was never like on a good team. He was never going to be a starter. He was always going to have to come off a bench, and he's actually being solid for the Sixers so far. Maxey is getting a career high. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you think is gonna go off today. He said Thibault is out today, so we don't have to worry.
Oh, thank God.
I know one thing. Maxey looking for IQ for what he did to his calf muscle the last game.
Bro, that was so bad, and he pointed at him where he fell at. Bro, that was so toxic.
I keep laughing.
Yeah, IQ is nasty. I think this might be a big game by IQ tonight.
Yeah, Kemba is playing Steph. He's playing today. The only person that's not playing for the Knicks is Mitchell Robinson tonight. The thing I kind of want to look at is I know they don't have like no matter what, even with those guys out, they have shooters on the team. And you know the way we play defense, we leave them open and we risk it. I don't want to because RJ in the beginning of last game and like the last 2 games has been throwing like bad turnovers in the first few minutes. The team has just been lackadaisical with the ball, like a good amount of time. The awareness isn't really the best. Drummond will have 25 and 20 in the team.
Another guy, Furkan Cook.
Yeah. Andy keeps saying.
But also because he played really good defense against us last time.
He's on and off with scoring though, but yeah.
And you know, we keep talking about the point guards. It's like I ain't happy with our bigs either. Like last night, those twin towers yesterday was just special to watch.
But it's also because Mobley is a different animal. Like Mobley and his rookies, he's already better than both the centers.
Yo, this is why. Laugh at me if you want. Ha ha ha. I wanted Bobo.
Go ahead. You wanted who?
Bobo.
Oh, I wouldn't laugh. Bobo it's just he's too tall and that's why they don't play him. He could get injured.
Yo, we can still trade for him, man.
Yeah. I actually saw him like a tweet of saying free Bobo.
Yeah, man.
He got
so much.
He was the 10th pick. No, wasn't he? No, he wasn't the 10th pick. He was 44. But everyone thought he was supposed to be the 10th pick. But that's what Cam Reddish went. But no, go ahead. You got it.
No, I was saying because he didn't get hurt at Oregon.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why the injury. That's why he went. He fell back.
Yeah, it was broke a leg. That was it.
The Trelson. Okay, Philly Water Boy going off tonight. Cork Mons.
Yo, are we getting more Obi minutes?
I actually want to show a little clip. Guillermo, you're allowed to show clips, right? Because I did it before. I didn't get no strike, but without sound.
Online, or is a video on your computer?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, just go to YouTube.
Just no sound, right? All right, so I kind of wanted to show a little of Obi because Obi was, he's starting to get a little nice finish. This is kind of with IQ. This play right here. Sets a pick, kind of rolls a little late, but it was a nice, and it was against Mobley, which I was impressed by because Obi isn't really like, he doesn't take up layups like that well. Like he's been doing really good on fast breaks, with his layups and his finishes. The main thing though, I'm still trying to see from him is that 3-point shot because it's really killing us right now.
I think I talked to you about the drive ability.
Hold on, look at
his driving ability.
Look at freeze frame right there where you got New Orleans Noel calling for the ball. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you, man.
Yeah, but he's also out of bounds too.
Look at that.
Mobley would steal that.
Yeah, get out of here, fool. You ain't gonna catch that.
It's got worse.
No hands, man. He has no hands whatsoever.
What are
I'm
you
gonna show it,
calling
you guys can just talk about his like game recently because I feel like he's improving steadily.
That's some small forward stuff right there.
Small forward stuff.
But here's the thing though, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on this parade. Those are great takes, but again, Mobley and Allen, like they're not the most physical defenders down low. If that makes sense. Like they're good, right? But if you come up screens and attack, like how that wasn't a screen, like they're not. That's why I felt like the game plan should have just been attack those two, especially off screens. And I would love Randle to roll to the basket, but he doesn't. But Obi starts to show and prove that he has like his strength is just it trash.
But here's the thing.
Yeah,
the thing, GMO. I mean, those guys got like 7'4" wingspans, and they could jump out the gym. They're gonna block those shots. you know, he ain't gonna go up against that. Like he doesn't want to go up against that.
But you know what? Even on that too, right? I would love him to develop a nice little like stop and pop type of mid-range shot, right? Because everybody knows that he's north to south, right? And I think sometimes he pulls a bit from that. I would like for him to just basically just stop and shoot the mid-range. He has it. You know what I mean? But yeah, and that was also a great pass, so I would like to see him.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass. Because you remember coming out of college, that was one aspect. Even though they said NBA ready, his passing as a big man was supposed to be like a key thing, and I haven't really seen that too much, to be honest. But he's also not had the opportunity.
He's gonna be special.
One Philly gonna do what?
Wait, what'd you say?
Be special. Special.
He's gonna be special.
Gonna be special.
Yo, he got 2 frying pans.
Such a hater,
man. Bro, Noel has brick hands, bro. It's like we were down by 15 with a minute left, and bro, did you see the pass where he was in the 3-point line? His hands were like this, and it just left his hand. It pissed me off, even though the game was over.
What about the putback he had, it was like a putback, right? And it was so bad that it went from being right in front of his face at the rim to going behind his back.
Bro, oh my god, bro, he makes me mad so much for no reason. It's just so irritating, bro. He's such a
Noel, I hate seeing him.
He's the only guy I would advocate to smoke weed because he needs to chill out.
Nah, he needs Adderall, bro.
All right, I see. All
right. Look right here by IQ. This is a good play right here by IQ to Obi. Look at that. Catch defender by the hip, and instead of going for foul, go for the alley.
Where Chuck be at when this stuff happens, bro? He had some good assists yesterday, man. Chuck tried to say he got it to Obi when he's
oh my god, they showed it. Look at it. Wait. Just look at this clip, bro. Like, how do you? They really just showed it right after. Yo, this dude is so annoying, bro. He actually gets me mad. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's so. He right on cue. I kind of want to show a little bit of Mitch too. It's just there's this channel that I go on now. It's
what are you watching? Wait a minute. What was like you had some World Star going on right there?
Nah, it's called NFH Ball, and they like show like possessions, like mostly every possession from a player in every game, and they just post it randomly.
No. There was a clip that came up. It looked like there was like some World Star going on.
Oh no, it was
back to Gmo.
That was a basketball. That's basketball. YouTube basketball.
Man, damn it! You made me forget my point. Gmo. Okay, getting back to Chuck. Gmo. Look, a broke clock is right twice a day, and yesterday it was IQ's broke clock that was right.
Take the spread.
Oh my god!
Come on, man! Like, so how could somebody give credit? We need consistency. We don't need one game.
I don't disagree, but can you at least okay? You're more reasonable than Chuck. And Chuck, if you're watching, you know you're unreasonable.
Chuck is a hater. Chuck is a hater. We know that.
IQ showing improvement that could possibly say this kid could be a starter in the future. Maybe not this season. Maybe even next season. Is he at least showing you that type of improvement? Because you said his defense would look really good, right?
His defense looked really good.
He was trying to play make. Even outside of yesterday, even times when IQ, he had a shot. I forgot what game it was. Me and Haduken talk about all the time. We had that mid-range shot. He reset and then he drove.
It was the one. It was the one he passed to RJ. That was wide open.
Yeah, a wide open floor, and you know he loves taking those. He loves just jacking up floaters and stuff like that. He did it. And he was showing that in the summer too, where he was trying to set up the offense, trying to get guys involved. Does he at least show you that type of improvement to say he could be a possible starter?
I need more.
I'm just happy the last 2 games he's shown something, because it's like I feel like this is gonna get him in a groove, because he's that guy that gets in and like in the flow of the game once he sees the ball go through the net. And he said Nellens needs the Home Alone sticky bandits double-sided tape answer. Leon needs to go ask NBA if Nellens can use NFL gloves. Bro, he's so Nerlens. Yo, if Nerlens gets smoked today, like, and gets 40 and like 30 by Drummond, bro, he's getting canceled, bro. I can't, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you, JJ. He said recently found that I'm gonna be here a lot more often. Yeah, shout out to everyone that's watching. We got 40 people in here. I think it's like the most I had. So shout out to everyone. Make sure you smash that like button. And make sure to turn on that bell, because that bell is important. I
bring
see
ratings,
man. The analytics. The bell does. Okay.
And guys,
ratings, man.
Once the video's done, please leave comments on the video.
Yeah, make sure to. Yeah, no, they actually do a good like even Be Civilized and guys like that. They watch it and Justin know, and they still leave comments after. So shout out to them. I kind of want to show some possessions with Mitch. Here too. It's gonna be right here. This is one with RJ. This pass right here. It kind of like I don't know if you noted, but this happened twice in the last 2 games. Like this same exact pass that RJ made to Mitch, and it's gotten deflected. I don't know if people are reading it a little bit more, but Mitch did a good pass back to RJ, and there was another one. I think it's about to come up right here. Hand off to Mitch. D Rose does a. This is what I say. Like compared to Kemba, D Rose actually makes the effort to make this type of pass. You're not gonna see straight off the pick right here. You would see Kemba.
What pick? That wasn't even a pick. That's like a
no.
Like a breeze by.
But no, look at the play.
This is what I'm talking about earlier. He doesn't set nothing, man. He's just like
they go quicker than his pick, which is kind of funny. But this happens. But if this was Kemba right here is shooting the shot.
If that was Golden State, that would be an open 3 for Curry.
I like Netherlands. Yeah, no, that would be open 3. Kareem Drummond, Abdul-Jabbar. Yo, salute Big Mike. Salute.
Bro, if he kills tonight, man.
Yeah, but you see this like yo, I'm not wrong, right?
That stat of like.
Go ahead, Ethan.
Hold up. You guys saw that stat where Drummond played like 29 minutes, and in that 29 minutes, he has like 37 total rebounds.
That's actually, I'm not gonna lie, he's been having like crazy games with the low amount of minutes he's been playing. I've been peeping. He's been going off.
That's another thing too, man. We gotta find a way to assert ourselves on the board.
They showing Gamble's man highlight Dort.
That's my
OKC.
We gotta trade for him, man. We gotta trade.
Someone was saying in the chat, I think I don't know who it was. It was Alton Lee or someone. They said that they watched OKC a lot. I watched too, but I don't really listen to their side. But he said that they always talk a lot about Lu Dort and how he's like a building piece, so he might be like off. But yeah, this play right here, I think everyone can agree, right? Kemba would shoot this shot right here. No matter what, this shot is gonna be shot. But D Rose does this is a nice pass right here. He got, I think that's Windler. Actually, I don't know who is that. Oh, that's Wade. That's Wade. Yeah, makes a nice pass to Mitch. Right here, Mitch's defensive rebounds. I think there was another play. He got to get better at his free throw though. His free throw is like
this year.
No, it's better than last year, but his free throw has not been the best at all.
Yeah,
and that's something he really got to get better at before he shoots.
But Duke, why don't you talk about the bet me and you have on Mitch?
Yeah, I mean the season is not over yet, but I have a bet with this was great defense on Jared Allen. By the way,
what's the bet? I can tell who will win.
So the bet would I feel like it's gonna be easy for some people to say, but I said that he's gonna take a shot in general. Was it a shot or was it a 3? I think it was a 3. It was a 3 before the season ends. He'll take at least one in general.
Hey, just to elaborate real quick on that that high pick that that Mitch was coming to set for Rose when CP was saying look at the pick. It's not look at the pick, because what makes a good pick is the person that you're picking for. He knows how to read the pick, but he sees that he don't need Mitch to come all the way up, so he can just beat his man off the dribble. That's what forces Mitch, man, to come over there to him. With Kimba, he needs you to come up and set that pick. You know what I'm saying? Yep. D Rose don't need you to come all the way up.
D Rose can get past this guy easily.
Yeah, at any time. But he didn't wait on Mitch. He went on and daggered straight down because he see by the time he get to the free throw, Mitch's man is already going to be playing him. So that's how he makes the easier pass off to Mitch. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes he don't have to set the pick. But he was out of position for that pick because D Rose took off.
He had a lot of these good offensive rebounds last game.
No. Point well taken. But if that's GRMO and he's setting the pick for me, and he does that, me and him are fighting, man, because I'm going to be a little bit slow, you know, with my 45 year old knees. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to set some stronger knees.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they need to insert like some plays better because we're just not running as many plays right now, and I think we could do a better job of doing so. See, There's another one, but it's from the Bucks game. But I'm just trying to show like a few
Look,
plays.
that's why my twin brother, when he's on the thing, you see how he be setting them. Come on, man.
Yeah, this one is
ties, yo.
I'm gonna show
and
one
he
of.
not lying about they twins. I don't see CP in person.
Yeah, no, they're literally twins.
Yeah, the same height.
Legit twins.
I hugged his stomach when I saw him.
Has to be the worst if they keep stats on things like that. Yeah, Mitch doesn't. Yeah.
All right, who's taller, me or Guillermo?
Guillermo's 6'3". You're 6. What are you? 6'4", 6'5"?
Guillermo's 6'3". I thought he was like 6'9" or something.
6'9"?
6'9"?
I thought you were about to say he's like.
I thought he was 6'9", man.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I would love Smart too. Smart isn't. Yeah, I would love Smart on this.
Well, he's
team.
gonna be a free agent next year, and he, they fight.
No, he got extended. He got extended in the offseason.
Oh, you're right.
That's why he can't get traded yet.
Oh crap, you're right.
Who is that?
Marcus Smart.
Oh, you're right.
Y'all got Taj Gibson on your podcast salute before a game.
Hey Gammo, hey Gammo, man, I appreciate you not inviting me to your fantasy thing too, man. I've been meaning to tell you about that, man. It's crazy.
Which fantasy? Oh, my bad.
Did we not? I thought we did.
Hold on, Hadouken. This guy's bugging. Hadouken, weren't we scraping? Weren't we announcing on my show?
Yeah.
About the fantasy thing.
Yeah, we did it on his show, and I think you were in the chat a few times, but I don't know. He said it a lot of times, like throughout the week. We did it the last week. We did it every single day. We made sure to say, and we tweeted it out. And we did all that.
Sometimes it's a phone call or a text. Sometimes.
This is my.
Yeah, you aren't wrong on that because definitely forgot to do that.
If you're watching the show and people were interested, would be like, "Yo,
peace out, Mo."
You know what I mean? But I guess you just you don't really care about me like that. That's cool though. But thank you, sir.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Now that I know
I'm smoking them though. That's all you need to know about that.
Listen.
Gotta be 3-0.
Hold on. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Now that I know that Guillermo's shorter than me, I ain't afraid of him no more.
Wait, you were afraid of him?
Yeah, I thought he was 6'9". I thought he was 6'9". I was like, yeah, you gotta make a life decision now. Now I can talk more trash.
This guy, yo, wow.
Oh, so what you calling him, a little fella or something?
Yeah, little fella, man. Yeah, you little fella.
How tall is this guy?
He's 6'5", I think.
I'm 6'6".
Oh, 6'6".
You 6'6"? How much you weigh?
Enough.
How much you weigh? If he
enough, man. Enough.
He says anything below 210.
I'm a wiry. Wiry strong.
That's
wiry strong.
This guy. This kid want to talk trash.
Eastern Conference is so good and deep. If we don't find perimeter defenders real soon, the season could spiral downward. I agree. The thing is, look at the Western Conference right now. Like the bottom teams compared to I guess in the West. The West and East. The West has the Pelicans are not good. The Rockets aren't good. They're at the bottom, and then you got the Spurs the Spurs give you a fight, and so do OKC a decent amount, but they're in the bottom. And then for the East, it's like completely different because the bottom is okay. The Pistons, they're the worst team in the East, obviously, but then the Magic are like putting up a fight against everyone. Cole Anthony is going off. Mo Bamba is finally looking like he's actually turning into a decent big man. Wendell Carter just had a 22, 10, and 5 game. And then you got the Pacers, Hawks. Like the East is getting deeper. Like they have a more like fulfilled seating wise, but the West just has stronger teams on the top. That's the difference I could say. Like we got more like deeper teams that could actually get a playoff spot, but they have more higher up type of teams that could actually like win that chip.
I disagree.
Not chips, but like they have more like better teams.
Random name, would you go after Eddie House from the Rockets?
Daniel
House.
Eddie House. Daniel House.
I haven't seen him play in a while, but I mean he's a 3-and-D player basically.
I don't think the West is any stronger than the East. To be honest with you.
Jazz, Rockets. Oh, sorry.
Jazz, Warriors, Lakers, Clippers. When Kawhi is
I don't believe
healthy.
in the Lakers. I don't believe in Lakers. I don't believe in the Clippers. I don't believe in the Jazz. Really?
Yeah, but I'm saying like I mean, good teams wise, they still have the Suns who just made the finals. The
I know,
Nuggets
but
are good. Jamal Murray's injured though.
I know, but I think the gap is not as bad as like
I agree.
for every Jazz, I could give you Brooklyn,
Don't
I
forget
could give you
Wagner.
Milwaukee, I could give you Milwaukee, I could give you Philly, I could give you the Heat, I could give you whatever. I think it's the East to lose this year.
I don't know, because I mean, I don't know if the Lakers are even gonna figure it out personally. I thought they were gonna mesh better, but I heard that LeBron's injury might be a little longer than a week. I don't know. I
Don't
saw
judge the
NBA
Lakers
Central
till
play.
January.
Wow.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you got to give them a little time, but I mean, I don't know. The Warriors are looking, even though they haven't played the best teams yet, and so haven't the Lakers. Like they have been playing like the lower types of teams. Like they've been playing OKC, the Rockets, all that, Pelicans a lot. When Clay comes back and Wiseman comes back, which is pretty soon, and you see them play like full force, like it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be scary. I think they're gonna be doing good.
Okay.
And whose finals pick were they?
Stephen A. Smith.
The Warriors have the number one defense in the league. Yo, what
yeah, it's crazy. The Heat went from the number one defense to they're like 3 something like that, but their offense like went down because, bro, the Celtics held them to like below 80 points.
It's only been
so
10
crazy.
games. It's only been 10
No,
games.
I know, but I'm talking about like so far. You wouldn't expect the Warriors to have a good defense in general. Like
it's
the best,
only been
like,
10 games. Relax. They're gonna have
Jack
games
was
where they're
good.
gonna think.
Warriors is the team to look out for. I agree. Yeah, they're the top. It's kind of crazy. Wagner. Yeah, Wagner is actually surprising me. Coach is in the chat. He's probably like sitting there smiling right now, laughing about Wagner.
Wagner and Giddey. Giddey still.
Yeah, I'm fine with being wrong on Giddey. I don't even care. I actually kind of like him now. Like
I hated to say it, but I like Miami to come out this East. That's
what Guillermo said too.
I said Miami and the Warriors. That'd be the finals to watch. Miami and the Warriors.
They got the better coach, man. One thing about it, man, Eric is no joke on that sideline and Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? They follow what they're doing, what they're saying, and then you put Larry and PJ on there. They looking to destroy anybody to get their way in the East.
The only thing about Miami is like sometimes they have droughts of scoring. Like sometimes they could be hot, but sometimes they could go.
It's their bench. Tyler Hero is the only guy on. That's why he gets like 18 to 19 shots. Because if like last game he had 29, like the game before that he had 6, and he was just shooting bad, and the whole team was shooting bad. Like that's the problem with their team. Their bench is not the best because their best player is Tyler Hero, who's actually like he's fine, he's good, but Markieff Morris is their second best player on the bench, and he doesn't really like
nothing.
Oh, they're gonna make another.
Not really the best. Yeah, I mean they don't really got too many assets.
Wait till they
really trade.
Just don't let them go get nobody like Ross.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yeah.
Yo, that would be annoying, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who the hell is he going to?
And you know what? Actually, Orlando might do a trade like that.
Mm-hmm.
They will be the type to do that.
They would be the type of team to just like go. They would do right by Terrence Ross and keep.
I just don't know why he's still there. Why? I feel like it's
the weather and the girls.
They probably think they're gonna get more.
I was referring to no state tax, but okay.
Yeah, but they probably think they're gonna get more for him by the deadline if teams are like getting desperate and they need a guy because they're working like teams are probably like working out with chemistry right now, and by that time, I mean they might be able to get him for a higher value.
Or Buddy Hyde, anything like that. Bench roll. Oh my god.
Buddy Hield has been going off too.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say Buddy Hyde. Buddy
you said Buddy Hyde. I was like,
Buddy Hyde. Hi, Buddy. Hi, Buddy.
CP the artist said Buddy Hield is better than RJ. By the way,
they are trading Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I did say that. And you reminded me of the thing. You remind me of that debate we had.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, I said it.
He said Buddy Hield is better than RJ.
Well, first of all, let's.
That's.
You remember?
Oh my
That's
gosh,
the Twitter debate that took me the whole day.
It was a Twitter.
It was here too. It was here too, CP. It was here too.
I do believe that. He's a better shooter. Shooter.
No, you say he's a better player.
Yes, you said he's a better player. No. Yes, you did. You said
I did say that.
Yeah.
Look, time out. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did say that. But now RJ's gotten better, so it's like now I gotta take back that take.
I respect it. He got like 10 years on RJ.
Buddy was better than RJ Barrett after last. Oh, sorry, RJ's better than Buddy Hill after last season.
Yeah, Buddy literally had like a bad season last year. He was. I mean, he shoots like 10 threes, and he made like 4.
He had more threes than the Dame Dollar.
Because he shoots like 10
more threes. So what? He made them. You don't win second. You don't have the second most threes in a season.
I forgot I was even showing this.
Second most threes in the season unless you are making them. That's a shooter. That's a great shooter.
I like this play right here. They've been doing this a little more recently. Mitch sets a pick. This pick was actually this is actually a good pick by Mitch. Like he was just walking around and just pushes him. That's kind of offensive foul. I'll be honest, but he got away with that. There was another one. They ran it again, kind of from the wing. It's a shot. I just like the way they've been. I think it was this play right here. It was in the beginning, actually. My bad.
Shout out to my youngest uncle out there, man, Fulio, man. Shout out to my brother, man, my NC brother, man. A couple of miles down the road, man. Hope all is well with you, my brother.
I think they're going. Aren't they going to a game on? I think. Isn't everyone like going to a Hornets game or something like that?
Yeah, we trying to figure it out, man. But if we don't figure it out, I'll be there by myself. Whether I get tickets there or what, I'm going.
How is that not a foul? I don't.
I'm going straight down there on the floor and fuss them out.
Yeah, I heard yes. That's 40%. Yeah, no, Josh, I know that's 40%, but I'm saying obviously he's gonna make more threes because he shoots more. That's what I said. But yeah, no, this is like I don't understand it. Like that's a foul, bro. But I'm just looking. That was a
he slapped the ball midair. Like, there's no contact on that. Hey,
yo, I'm gonna get off, man. I'm gonna see y'all, man, later on when it's later on, man. God bless you all, man. Hey, yo, Duke, man, appreciate it. The youngest nigga in charge, man. Thanks for having me, man. I love being a guest of yours on your show, man. Whether I'm on the air or I'm in the chat, man. And shout out to everybody. CP, the artist, I gotta get up on your show too, man. You know what I'm saying? Gammo, you know what it is, man. That's my dude, man. The young Sheik Luke. He don't like when I call him that, but I call him that because, you know what I'm saying, Sheik Luke has always been the underrated, guy in the lots. You know what I'm saying? But God bless you all, man. Let's get a dub tonight, man. Let's get a dub, man. And talk about something good later on tonight, man. God bless y'all, man. Salute. S's.
I'm gonna go for like a few more minutes and that's it. But I'm just showing this play. Yeah, that was like I don't understand this angle was just bad. I'm just trying to see like the plays. Right here, that's a good finish. He got to take more of these. I feel like he's been doing better, but last game was just so bad. His finishing wasn't on it. His 3-point shot wasn't hitting. I think he was 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. They're gonna show another shot right here. Miss. Gotta go through it.
How is it that Josh say that he doesn't think I'm 6'6" when I just shadowed over him?
Didn't you literally like meet him?
I shadowed over him. Yeah. He sat right next to me at the bar.
Tough.
Yeah, I was his security.
Yeah, I remember during the Hawks game. Yo, this was so nice by Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Queen. I don't have a live show. I don't have a live show. I have like like The View, and it's just me talking junk about men.
Pause.
What? Why is everything gotta be paused?
No, I'm kidding. But look, this play is always like, I swear, I told you, like every single time you see Kemba, it's the same exact play, bro. Oh, this was did I miss it? Bro, but I don't. It's right here. Look, it's always the same play with Kemba. Off the pick, he shoots right away. I feel like every team is gonna know that, like a little more into the thing. But yo, it's CP the artist. It's just CP the artist, just like his. just like his tag. Is there any spaces?
Nope, no spaces.
This was a bad pass. He got lucky. Puts up a mid. I want to see him shoot more mid-range shots. I feel like if he instills that into his game, it's gonna be a lot better. So a nice layup, baseline reverse. Good pass to Mitch. Mitch gets fouled. Another good layup. We had 3 people this game, 20 points. 20 points plus another good layup against Bobby Portis. Okay, so this is a 4th shot.
Yo, Hadouken, I gotta be out, man. I will see you guys later. CP.
Yeah, I'm about to get off in a minute too.
Yeah, my guy.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, me too. I gotta
yeah,
go
no,
take
that's
a shower.
basically
I was
about
from
to
the
gym. Yeah.
And Queen's Court. Yeah, the first video was trash, but the second one is, I'm bringing on my heat and my receipts.
Damn. All right. I appreciate everyone for being here. Shout out to everyone that's watching, everyone that's going to watch in the replay. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate you smashing that like button. Subscribe. You already know we're about to hit 200. We're 3 away. Subscribe if you can. It's free. Turn that notification bell on because I can see from this analytics, a lot of people don't have the notifications on. So if you can, make sure to turn that on. Shout out to J Boogie, Mo, CP, Guillermo, Latrell. Shout out to everyone, Ethan, Cully. Shout out to everyone that's been here helping out. I appreciate everyone in the chat. I'm gonna shout you guys out before I leave. Ethan, you have anything last you want to say? Might not be here.
And if we don't,
right.
it's gonna be annoying.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Josh, shout out to Josh. Check out the controversy and the Queen's Court. Make sure to check that out on MBK. Shout out to 19 comments, Sincere, Justin L, my guy right there. Be civilized. JJ, I appreciate you. Yeah, Sincere. Shout out to you guys. But I'm gonna catch y'all next time, probably tomorrow around 5:30, something like that. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Let's get this one and